been married.
Good morning, guys. Good morning from the Coconut Grove Arts
Remove
Festival.
that from the recording.
Day two here, Miami.
I told you
Day
to
in Miami podcast with my guys, Manny, Eddie, and our guest Armando Coles, artist here.
Welcome, Armando.
How are you, Armandito? We're talking off camera with Armando like 2 seconds, and we feel like he's family already.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
We like him. We like him a lot.
Thank you for having
How
me,
are you,
bro.
sir? Everything
I'm
good?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome,
So
welcome.
much, Armando.
Yeah.
We also have some shared friendships that we
Yes.
just realized.
We shouldn't talk about those, though.
No,
not that one,
I'm
not
not
that one.
giving that person any type of kudos on this
no.
friggin'
Okay.
podcast.
Another beautiful day out here in Coconut Grove. The weather has been perfect. The breeze is still out here. We got a little shade.
Ben,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We got Armando.
Are the cameras good where you're seeing the field? Are they too low or are they good there? They're good? Okay. I feel like they're a little low.
By the way, we have to do a big shout out to our mojito bar across the
You know, I think-
Yes.
thing, because they have been supplying
Yes, they have.
mojitos since 9:30 in the morning.
We had breakfast.
I got it right then.
No,
With
no,
the
no.
mojito.
Ya tú estás atrasado.
We're gonna get you one. We're gonna get you one.
Mira, abre la botella.
Yeah.
Sale mejor con eso.
How are you, Armando? How you feeling this morning at this event,
Feeling
brother?
good, man. Not tired. Happy to be here. Very happy to be here in this amazing show.
Yeah. How's it going for you, day one?
Day one was spectacular, man. Believe it or not.
Vendiste.
We did.
Eso es lo importante. En my book, vendiste.
Can we ask how much or what are we looking at here?
How much? and
How many
money-wise?
items?
How many items?
Items.
And revenue. How much revenue are we
You know,
making?
Well, we did about 8,000. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Coño,
great,
está bueno.
man.
Está bueno.
You know why we ask? Is
Yo me voy a
because
meter artista.
some people don't believe it that
Oh,
artists
from
make this type of
West
money. Yeah.
And Manny, if somebody's cutting a check, he's doing it.
Coño, 8 grand. Qué bueno.
Hey, grand on a
No, but-
Saturday.
We're having a meeting after this
Yes.
podcast.
No, but it's a good point that Eddie was talking about because, you know, it is here for some of the artists to do sell their artwork and make some kind of money, you know? I mean,
Well, no, that's the whole point.
No, that's-
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not only it's not only a passion, but it has to be sustainable, no?
right.
Correct.
Of course.
So we're lucky that we're able to do that.
Is
Right,
this-
but when we say passion, we're talking about the fact, me and Eddie were saying that you know, he's an engineer during the day.
Yeah.
Mechanical engineer, brother.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do air conditioning during the day, consult and install air
Well, hey,
conditioning.
plug the air conditioning.
I know you got
Plug
a lot
it.
of work
Oh,
right
well,
now.
I work for Car and Larrabee Mechanical.
Okay, yeah.
Kiko Suarez.
Okay,
Ah,
come on.
we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
associate
yeah,
with
yeah.
Another
yeah.
friend of our mutual friend.
Yeah,
But
okay.
which we
Bueno,
won't mention.
imagínate. No. Wait. The AC guy's a good guy.
I love AC guys, man. They always pull through.
Armando, tell us a little bit about your artwork. What does it entail?
My art, passion driven. I do mainly landscape, minimalistic, long exposure type work. I have a piece right behind us that shows more or less my type of work, where it's very little in the frame, but it says a lot. I think I find peace in what I shoot, and I'm always humbled when people come into my booth and find the same thing. So
That's awesome, bro.
Wow.
Well, that's what an artist is all about, because you're living the dream through the artist. You know what he sees for you to experience the same thing.
you're hopefully emitting emotions through your work.
Correcto. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm curious to know, when you have someone going in your booth and they're looking at art, do you know like they're gonna buy, or
No.
are you waiting for like a face or
Here-
expression?
Here's what I tell.
you-
I'm not
That's
a
a
car salesman.
secret person.
I'm not a car salesman. The piece has to jump out
Correct.
at them and sell it themselves. It's bad karma to push art, I think, on people and then have them stare at something that they really don't want every day.
Yeah.
So maybe
Oh,
my
man.
sales drop because of that, but I sleep better at night.
But when you see someone there, do you see like the connection? When the connection happens, do you know that person's interested? Is there like, are they looking at it for a while? Like, how's that process
Sometimes
for
it
you?
just draws them in,
Just draw-
even from outside the booth, and they come in, and then they'll sit there for 20 or 30 seconds, and then they start looking around,
Boom.
asking questions, and then depending on the questions they ask, usually you tell.
Yeah,
them.
you know the via, the
Sure,
aisle
I
that these
mean,
people are
sure.
coming through.
Yeah, because selling art is very specific. You know, you were saying earlier,
Well, it's
it has to
subjective,
speak
right?
to you. Yeah.
It has to speak to the client. You just
Yeah.
can't. It's not like a car. Like you can't.
It's
push
like
it on.
my daughter's art. It always speaks to me, so I buy all of them. you
Yeah.
know?
Maybe I
Yeah,
need you in my
no
booth.
Armando, what inspired you to be an artist, being an engineer?
I used to have a car. I used to race a car, and I borrowed a camera to take a picture of that car, and then I just started shooting landscapes, just to not only for the shooting part, but for the editing part. Right? It's very zen. You sit in front of a computer and you edit 10 different ways from Sunday, and it just pulls you away from reality.
Well, I love landscaping, so I imagine. I mean, photographing landscaping, I think it'll be spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, all those pictures of landscaping, I think it's
the
great.
sunrises and sunsets,
Yeah.
and pilings in the water. I mean, the most ridiculous things you would think, I tend to shoot, and then it comes out like.
Let's
little
bring that.
magic.
Can we bring that up here to the front so we can
We
see
could,
it?
we could.
Just go ahead and grab it. So we
Jamie, put that up, please. Jesse, put that up, please.
See if we can. What camera
see
are we
it?
on right there?
I think the center one is good there. They can
Yeah.
zoom in on that there. Tell us about this painting.
So driving to the Keys, you've probably done it 1,000 times.
The
Yeah.
best drive ever.
On the way on the old Cartsound Road, right?
Yep, yep.
So this catches my eye, come out the corner of my eye. I've driven it 100 times. I stop, I pull my truck up, I climb on top of my truck to shoot down, only to get the reflection of the sky. So there's no horizon here. There's just the mangrove and the reflection of the mangrove and the reflection of the sky.
So that's a photography. That's a picture.
That's a picture. Yeah, that's a picture. Yeah, little
Wow.
little low
And
mangrove.
how much are we looking at here?
Depending on right now, we're $2,000, but if you go to my booth, it's $760.
Okay, good.
Oh wow.
Coño,
that's
okay. Vaya. All
That's
right.
great. And I see the minimalist part.
Go
of
to
it.
631 right now.
I see the the minimalist that you're talking about when it comes to something
there's
small.
very little in the frame, but there's
Right.
a lot.
But it speaks volumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depend on the collector, right?
That's good. That'll go good in Manny's sala, one of his living rooms. He has many living rooms.
Actually, I think
Many living rooms.
Why does it? All this always ends up in my
you're the
home.
only, you're
It's
the
the
only,
house.
you're the only real art collector here.
Yeah, you're the only one that's got the
I
bread to
collect
buy
only,
it.
I only have art from Victoria Moya.
Yeah.
I need some more too. I gotta
I can get
get
you
a
one.
Mando and now. I gotta get a Mando and all of them.
Yeah.
Armando, what year is this you participate? Is your first year?
No,
second
this
year?
is not my first year. We've
What
been
year?
doing this show for about 6 years now.
Oh, okay.
Lucky to be invited the first
Really?
6 years.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's a great point because there is a selection committee.
Sure.
Yeah, that is a lottery.
¿Entiendes? So I think, vaya, and mucha gente think, I do the whole Spanglish thing here, but
Of course.
a lot of people think that, this is just, we'll go ahead and just buy a booth. No, this is a
No,
process.
this is the long
you
process.
You have to
Yeah.
register.
You have to.
Register and okay, go ahead, talk to me. The Cuba series.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
we'll get it. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
a blind jury. So that basically you send in your work.
Yeah.
And if they like your work, then they bring you in. So my understanding is there's only 5 local artists. Everybody else is from out of town.
Oh, wow.
No, yeah, the people that we've had here, we've had Maine, we've
Right.
had New Mexico, and it's kind of, I think, really says something about the people that are here that have really been vetted, and the fact of giving that opportunity to some people,
Yeah.
especially in Miami, that have the opportunity of people all over the world que están
Yeah,
aquí.
I mean, this is world class.
I think that's what
world-class
makes
art
it
here.
number one. The way they do it and the way they bring in artists and the diversity. I think that's what makes it number
Well,
one.
we've been 61 years.
Yeah.
Something's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
right.
something's
You know
going
what I'm
right.
saying?
Something's
So,
going right.
so we have our publicist and our great lady over there, ahí,
Dina.
dándonos ahí los
she-
shout outs.
Yeah, for the Cuba series.
Cuba series.
So years ago.
Orgullo Cubano. Let's
Right.
talk about
so
that.
My roots are Cuban, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
my parents are from Cuba. Once I started photography, I started asking my dad's permission to go to Cuba, and he said no, absolutely not. You're not going to Cuba.
Why is that, right? We all have to ask. I haven't gone,
Yeah,
but
me
we all
neither.
have to ask permission to our parents.
I've gone.
Well,
I've gone.
because there's something that
There
we
is,
lack.
there is.
We lack a lot now, which is respect. Right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So you respect your elders. So I asked my dad, and then one day he calls me, and he's sitting in the dining room table, and he has a list, and he goes, "This is where I want you to go."
Okay.
And
So if you're gonna go, you gotta go do
you
this.
got to go do this.
Okay,
So,
all right.
So finally, he allowed me to go, and I went thinking that when I brought back my pictures,
In the dead center.
he was going to want to go.
Can't miss it.
He never went. So that's a long story. But the Cuba was very emotional, very, very painful. Painful so much that I showed it once. I sold the main piece the first time I showed it, and I never showed that work again because
Really?
you have to relive.
You're gonna show me that picture.
I will.
Yeah.
I know you have that picture. I gotta see
You
that
gotta see
picture.
that.
It's called 90 Miles.
Is it on your
Okay.
Instagram?
Probably way back, but I'll send it to you. But it was very painful to relive that. Actually, I was reading the blog this morning, and I broke down in the.
No, I get you, brother.
So-
I get you. I need just for that we need a mojito.
I agree.
Because,
I agree.
coño.
So but funny you said
Jesse,
mojito,
can you help
because
us with that, please?
One of the places that my dad told me to go was to El Nacional,
Okay,
to
man.
sit there and
Jesse,
Classic,
go
bro.
over there,
To
order,
sit there
and
have
then
a
wave
mojito,
at me.
which
Yeah.
I did.
You get 4 of them.
Well, there was a trio
5.
playing there.
Claro,
guy
5.
whistling,
Yeah.
guy on a guitar.
Well, if you really think about it, ya que, listen, and with all due respect to the people, and I understand, and I know we don't want to deviate from the conversation, but it has to do with the art.
Oh, it's good. It's
The
good.
fact of that people that do the goals still go to Cuba, unfortunately, a lot of people have family, tienen padre, tienen abuelo, and they want to see their parents before they die or something, But I think in your case, being an artist, I think that if your dad said, you know what, he saw it by that eye, and he saw the fact of your passion, and he probably said, if you're going to go, at least bring me back
Yeah.
these recuerdos.
So when where I went was I the same place where my mom was born, and I
Yeah.
get emotional when I talk about
Yeah.
this. So
No, we
it's
want
just-
to. My goal is to make you cry.
well, mention that guy that we mentioned earlier, and that's gonna make me cry.
It was that bad?
No,
Jesus Christ.
Manny, excuse me. I got the mojitos for you. Shout out to the mojitos again.
My shout out to my mojito people over there.
Listen, so you were saying?
So Remind me.
Cuba.
No, when with the shot and that makes you cry, and we're thinking about that moment when you were there.
Well,
When you went to the exact spot of your
Yeah.
mother.
I was born where my mom was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I was there. I went there. I slept in her. She has a 70-year-old friend that still lives in the house next
Wow.
door. That's where I slept. I ate with them. They got me a driver to go to Viñales. I mean, it was. And the funny thing is that everywhere I went, nobody wanted to take my money.
Wow.
I went to a casa particular, which is a
Airbnb. Correcto.
When
yeah.
I was done there, the guy did not want to take my money.
Why?
Because we became family.
Gotcha.
We started talking, and he took me to eat. He took a day off of work to show me around the Viñales.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
like, he took me to his farm, and he was going to turn that into an Airbnb. He invited me back to go. I never went, pero didn't want to take my money.
Yeah, I went
That's
to
crazy.
Cuba in 2018 as well too,
Sorry, bro.
and my family is Cuban. I was born and raised here, but I felt that I was losing my Cuban like roots and heritage, you know. So then I actually did a trip on purpose to go over there. I went over with my brother, and I stayed in La Habana, and I went to Pinar del Rio,
Right.
and I went
Pinar
to
del Rio is where we're from.
Yeah.
Consolación.
my family was from there, and I also went to Santa Clara. I saw my parents' old house, my dad's old house at that time. I saw his sisters. It's incredible.
How did you feel when you landed in Jose Marti Airport?
You know, I'm not a very emotional person like that, so I think it was just for me. It's just cool, you know. Like I was young too.
You could have been Cuban though if they didn't.
Yeah.
You know. If,
But
me too.
but going and seeing them and the way that they live, and you know what I realized? I went to Ranchuelo, and it was a place where number one, everywhere you see Fidel Castro's picture has to be in like
Well,
the
yeah,
location.
yeah, that's it.
You know, they're
It's part
careful.
of the thing.
They're careful with how they speak to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
There's no bars. There's one bar with hot beer and one draft, and that's it. You know, in the stores, there's no food.
Because there's no tourists.
There's no tourism. And but you know what I noticed? Everyone was super fucking happy. As crazy as that sounds,
The
man.
simplicity of it.
It was so
simplicity.
simple. It was
Yeah.
so simple. And here, it's just the grind every day, and you have years pass by, and your family, and
Yeah.
this, that, and you don't really like
I
take
stood- I
advantage of
stood
it.
Pronto, me quedo aquí.
Yeah. Sorry. I stood in line. I stood in line for 45 minutes for bread.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Me quedo aquí.
You know, I had a situation where I went. You know,
Mojito.
I've traveled, you know, often and around the world.
Kiko, coge el mío.
No, everybody's got their own. Thank you,
And,
Chief.
and then, you know, usually you go to places and you're like, they have great food, great
Salud.
restaurants,
Salud.
right?
Cheers,
Cheers,
And
guys.
brother,
Cheers,
Look
Armando.
at me.
I'm
Ben's
here-
happy and our producer's happy. Vas a salir divino hoy para
Yeah,
que
Listen,
he's
and
so-
I'm here thinking,
Oye, quítame pellejito aquí.
listen, and I'm here thinking like, you know, when you go to Venezuela, you want to eat a cachapa or whatever.
Right.
You eat good food in Colombia, you want to eat a bandeja
Yeah.
paisa. I'm like, I'm in Cuba. I'm gonna eat the best pan con lechon.
Yeah, well.
I went
the
to
best
the
black
store.
beans I ate in Cuba.
Yeah.
That was it.
Hey, the
Brother,
food,
you haven't
the
eaten my
food
mom-
for
you haven't
me,
eaten my mom's black beans,
the
brother.
food to me was
Who
terrible
Tuesday?
though. The food was terrible.
She cooks on Mondays. Pero,
He cooks on Mondays. I've never been invited. You invite him? Come on.
let's stop.
You know, also
This
he-
always ends up in my house. I don't
listen,
know why.
listen. He also tells me that he has a great taco that he does.
Really?
Never
Taco
been
Tuesday.
invited to Taco Tuesday
Taco
at the
Tuesday.
house.
Well,
man.
man, I want
But
black
oye,
beans. Dime.
let's stick to the art.
All right, let's go.
Vaya, oye, Armando. So tell us, you have that? Where else can we?
Yeah,
do?
what's
If
your
we-
Instagram?
If we don't see you here, do you have a
Instagram,
gallery?
Instagram.
Just
No
Instagram?
gallery.
No
Where-
gallery.
Where do they find you for your Instagram?
No.
Who can afford a gallery in
Nah,
Miami?
no.
Yeah.
Manny Alfonso can.
Unless you can hook me up with some.
Manny Alfonso can. Fuck out
We'll
of
put
here.
it. We'll put them in the office.
Listen, we could put it in
There
the
you go,
office.
there you go.
We could put it in the office.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
At
you
the
should come
plaza?
one day and right.
At the plaza would
That's
be
a
great.
great idea, brother.
You see?
Vamos a
Let me
hacer
write that
eso.
down.
Put that down.
Write it
Yeah,
down.
I already put my notes here. Plaza
We
or,
can, see,
or
we can
walk.
talk. You know what? I don't know why. Shout out to our dear friend Jose Antonio Perez
Why is he
Helguera.
not here?
Bro, these are good
I have
buddies.
no idea. We gotta. Why is the Mexican not here?
I don't know.
We gotta.
I,
you know,
I was gonna. I'm gonna text him right now. Actually.
we gotta tell him, hey, come get your butt over here. You know, we can talk to him because he loves this stuff, and we can do like a little exhibit over
Yeah,
there.
man. Month-long exhibit or 2-week exhibit.
Yeah,
Let it go,
over
yeah.
there with the thing. He loves it because they do it also in the other properties that they have.
Yeah.
And they promote. They love to promote
They do.
the art, which is fabulous. But entonces, do we have Armando's Instagram?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
What is it?
Armando, will you be here the whole time, right? Oh, the whole rest of the time. You're not going
Oh,
nowhere.
no,
I know. I
no.
heard some artists were like selling something and then leaving.
No, I'll be here till the end, man.
But what are you
here.
talking about? The last minute puede ser que venga
I
un
know.
loco.
Right,
Oye,
right.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's
So,
what
By
I
the
said.
way, sometimes listen to the theory. There's some people that say, "I'm going on Monday.
Yeah.
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 A ver qué queda." And then they feel like you're setting up.
They get the artist like if they get they need to sell. They need to sell.
Like saying it's the
not a bad
last
idea.
moment. They're setting. Oh, you're taking down. Yeah. Well, before you put down the car, how much would you give me that?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm giving you all my secrets out
Yeah,
there.
no, I see. I just said I'm
It
writing them down.
doesn't work in our booth, but okay, that's a nice theory.
Bueno, hermano, I wish you all the luck, bro.
Armando Cubano, he knows how this.
Armando.
Wait, before he goes,
Armando Coles.
before he goes, I wanted to ask you, how'd you get your art into River Landing?
So here we go. So symmetry, right?
Very good question.
We do air conditioning. We did air conditioning for Andy.
Oh,
so
no
Andy.
way.
So then I pitched him, hey, look, I can do your artwork in the hallways. 'Cause, in new construction they have to put artwork, in the buildings. So I invited him to one of my shows. He liked it, and actually, I'm still shooting for him.
Could we say something about Andy too? That's one thing, really, and not for anything. Andy on that end
Supports
he
local?
supports local.
Big time.
Andy, Andrew from River Landing,
Yeah, he's great.
and Coralie too.
Yeah, they're coming today.
I call them.
Send them over to my booth.
That's Batman.
Get them
Yeah.
liquored up on the mojitos,
Oh.
and then send them to my booth.
That guy drinking with us is one of the funnest times.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
Great
yeah.
person. Very
Andy
smart.
and Coralie, ya saben, you guys
Big
gotta
shout
get
out-
here and you have to have a mojito.
And shout out to River Landing, man. They're doing
Yes,
something good in
River
the
Landing's the
community.
best.
Huge.
The best.
Plaza, there are two things. You got the Plaza in Coral Gables, and you got River Landing over there, and of course we have the Coconut Grove.
All right.
Armando,
guys.
thank you, my
Thank you,
brother.
Armando. Thank you so much for being
And
here
I'm
with
liking
us.
the hat, by the way, too.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Armando Coles Photography, guys. Look for him.
631.
631.
Guys, come over.
631 booth.
Come to
Yeah.
Coconut Grove
Thank
Art
you, guys.
Festival and start hitting up the
Bring your
artists.
zero
Come on.
balance credit cards.
Yes. Amex, unlimited.
Thank you, guys.
We're on.
Yes, still
Here we
beautiful
go.
morning. Still a beautiful morning here at the Coconut Grove Arts Festival.
Mr. Coconut Grove 2 here now.
Today we have one of the locals, Emi Guerra
Que loco.
from
Hey,
Breakwater.
Hey.
How are you, Bobby? You're
I'm doing
back?
great. I'm doing
I think
great.
we're gonna ban.
It's great to be
I think
back.
we're gonna start banning the mojitos from coming to the table.
Stop it. Stop it. I always give a good intro. I want you guys later on when you're
I always
watching
give
this
a good
Kiko,
brego.
Kiko.
to comment
Kiko,
who's
Kiko.
got the better shirt, me or
Kiko.
Emi.
I vote for Kiko.
You think so?
I think
No,
so.
no. I'm
I
sorry.
I vote for Kiko, brother.
Yeah.
I vote for Emmy.
I
So,
love the. I love the
Just
flamingos.
comment below and let me know what do you guys think. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. You? Thank you
Good,
for having
good,
me here.
good, good. We love to have you back here. You're a staple in the Grove with Regatta Grove.
Nice.
So you know your way around. You came in the back way, right? Apparently.
I did. Well, I thought it was the front.
I told you
yeah,
the front.
no. He came in the boat.
He used to come into the front when he didn't have a restaurant. Now that he has a restaurant, he comes in the back.
Listen, my brother. Emmy Guerra's always come.
You know, one of my first
VIP
parties was here in the
area.
Grove.
Huh?
I started my career here in the Grove. Well, one of my first
Which
parties.
one? Which one? Because I'm sure I was there.
Club 609.
No way.
That
Club
was
609.
one
This
of the
was
best. I was
club.
always there.
Club
The
609.
club.
I was always there.
Club 609 running when I turned 21. That was my first 21 and over party.
Did I ever go to your 609 party, by the way?
It was It was
Couple
called
times?
Pussy Galore. You used to
Couple
go all the
times?
time. Yeah, you've been there.
Couple
That's
times.
a- That's a great name.
That was the
Yeah.
I
greatest.
It was
think-
a ladies' night.
I
It
don't
was a
think it'll
ladies' night.
survive today's times.
Yes,
though.
it does.
But
Excuse me, for
that-
those that don't understand who Pussy Galore was, I know that Emmy has this in his back of his mind, but that was one of the main characters of James Bond.
Yes. It was a
Okay?
James Bond
Thank
character.
you.
And 609 was the
this
best.
is why you have
Damn.
me here for the fact of the
That's
facts
why we
of
love you.
anything.
It
Okay,
is. It's
and that
true.
was with the man.
Fact check.
And that was with which one? What
Uh,
movie was that?
That was 007. That was the
Golden. No, not Golden Gun. No. No, Thunderbird. That was Thunder.
I am, to be honest with you, I don't remember.
No, I'm a
which
James
one.
Bond buff.
I-
So,
Hey, listen,
and she was Pussy Galore.
that
Yep.
609 club was the best
That's
club the
smart.
Grove has ever had.
Back in the day, it was
Even better than Oxygen, which was a staple. That 609.
It was different. Oxygen was great too.
No, but it was
Mhm.
609.
I
And then you
love
had
Oxygen.
Whiskey Lounge on the side.
Yeah, Whiskey Lounge. Yeah.
Those are my best memories growing up because me and Emmy, we were the same age. We grew up, going to each other's parties. And that 609 was legendary, bro. That made everybody.
I used to pass out my own flyers, make my own flyers.
So you know what? I'm
myself,
curious.
Gil.
We all did, brother.
How does it feel that you started at 21 here with Club 609, and now you have a property right on the water, Regatta Grove, that's been a huge success.
That's worth 609 now. No.
Look, I think Regatta Grove, we're very lucky. It's probably the most beautiful view in all of Miami for a hospitality location. The place is beautiful. The people that show up there are beautiful. Our team is great. We're just happy to be there, man. We're happy the city's has us there. I love it there, man, and
We love
it
it too.
feels good. As a matter of fact, I remember our opening day. I gave a speech to the staff just to thank them and welcome, them to the team and open up. And I started crying out of happiness.
Wow.
I choked up.
Wow.
I choked up. I tend to choke up on a lot of those
Many
conversations.
people don't know, but you
It happens.
are an emotional person.
I am an emotional
Yeah.
person.
Passion.
yes.
I think
So am I,
passion.
by the way.
Yeah.
We did. He actually helped. We did my brother's birthday party there last week. and Emmy
Yeah,
had the
but
kids there,
how much this guy did here, bro?
and the kids were there. They had a good time. They had to be out by sunset, but it was a great family vibe. And thank you, Emmy, for
Nice.
that.
Thank you, man.
That was a great time. It's somewhere that we don't just talk about and hang out with. We really love going there, regardless of our friendship.
Emmy, apart from Kiko already looking for the next party that he can host, let's tell me.
Emmy, why do they hate on me, dog?
I don't know, man.
Emmy,
Because he's wearing a flamingo shirt.
Where's the paper towel here, brother?
Bro, it's just,
Limpia este tipo. Emmy, let's talk about the fact of how this place is doing, brother. How's this rocking?
Well, look, I think the Coconut Grove Arts Festival is amazing, man.
Yeah.
I think what they do for the community is great.
61 years, brother.
I remember coming here as a kid and seeing it and getting drunk and doing all the crazy things.
We all did.
And now I'm here with my family and it's great. And now I realize that there's
Skipping
art.
the not getting drunk.
I didn't realize there's art at the Coconut Grove Arts
We never
Festival.
did.
And my wife and I are looking around like, okay, we really need to look at this art for a
Yeah.
second because I think
Yeah.
there's a piece or two that we could use.
Aquí nada más se venía
You know,
tomando
so-
in our time.
we never left the beer garden back in the day.
No.
We never got out of the beer garden.
Oh my God.
This was Coco Walk, and you would be either at 609. I mean, either at
Fat Tuesdays, yeah.
And after 4 call a cabs, you were wearing moose heads.
Yeah.
After a couple of years,
And what do you think about the Grove from now back in the day? You've been obviously we grew up here. When it was back then and what it is now, and then in between, how do you think that's evolved?
Look, I think Coconut Grove is an amazing community. I think it's a great place for families, and I think it's a great place for singles too. Like it's got a mixture of everything, right? And it's amazing that Coconut Grove went through that transition. I want to call it maybe about 15 years ago or 20 years ago when they stopped serving alcohol till 5, then they moved it till 3, and then the Grove kind of died out. All the businesses kind of left. And then everything kind of just is in this town is very cyclical, and things came back, and they came back in a great way. I think, hindsight obviously is 2020, but looking back, I think that was a gutsy move, but it worked out pretty well for the Grove and for the community. And now you look at the Grove, and I mean, you got to worry about. I mean, the stuff that we worry about now in Coconut Grove is minuscule compared to the stuff that you used to worry about. Not to discredit it, but so I like what the Grove has done. I like how it's becoming very global in a sense too. I mean, people from out of Miami, and all around town notice Coconut Grove is one of those just amazing places that you have to come and visit as a tourist. And if you were to plan routes here and you're from another town, Coconut Grove is where it's at.
Yeah, you're on the water with your Regatta Grove, but I think Coco Walk being revamped and
it's
brought
really
back
nice.
is important.
No, I like Coco Walk too. I mean, everything. You
Even
just
the
walk in,
Mayfair's going through.
the charm here is it's got that small town charm.
It's got that
It's a small town charm in the middle of a big city.
The Grove with the canopy of the trees and everything. I'm not telling you for any reason. I was walking over here now, and when I got dropped off, and then all of a sudden I'm dropping, and Denise calls me, my wife, and then she tells me, "Did you get there?" And I go, "Yeah." And I'm passing by this place, and something caught my eye, and I FaceTime her, and then she tells me, we live I don't know, 9 minutes from here. And I tell her, we don't take advantage more of the Grove.
Yeah.
I say, we really don't take advantage. I'm 9 minutes away.
I have a confession. Yesterday we were with people from Grove Bay. I've never been to Glass and Vine. And I've never been
It's
to
a beautiful restaurant right behind you, man.
Bayshore.
It's right there.
Beautiful.
It's
I've
great.
never been to any of those
It's a
places.
beautiful
50
restaurant.
yards away.
It's a beautiful restaurant. You know what I also love about the Grove? That it's the smell of the water.
Yeah.
Now, some people might call that rotten seaweed. I like that smell of the salt
And
water
the
in
breeze,
the air.
and the breeze.
With that breeze, I
Yeah.
mean, it really is. It's one of those things that can't be duplicated.
Listen, I wanted to clarify some rumors. I have heard rumors
Oh, God.
of
Let's do it.
your team saying that they were going to do a Wharf 2 here at Peacock Park.
Nope.
That's not going to happen.
Well,
That's
that
not
was-
happening.
That was quick.
Nope. No, man, we have the
Rumors
wharf.
shut down.
No. It's a good segue. No, the wharf Miami closed down so that we can make way for a big development, which we're spearheading, and it's a.
Is it one of your dreams?
It is. It is.
Tell us
And
about
it's
that.
called what?
Tell us about it.
I know you've been very reserved in how you speak on it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But where is it right now? I've been seeing some articles come out on Red Eye and other
Yeah, we
places.
thought
right
we
now.
Yeah.
I would like to get involved. If you need to, have articles out there and stuff like that.
No, I think it's great. First of all, thank you, and it's a dream come true, and the pun intended.
Tell us about
It's
it.
2 towers that are mid-rise towers, roughly 9 stories each. One tower is a hotel tower. It's going to be a dream flag, a dream hotel. The other tower is a hospitality tower that has a rooftop day club.
Wow.
with pools.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You have me at day club
A
with
night
day jams.
a nightclub that's roughly 28,000 square feet, almost 30,000 square feet of a nightclub, 2 stories. It's massive. It'll be the largest, one of the largest nightclubs ever in Miami, and it'll be overlooking the downtown sky as well.
That's right.
And,
can't ask for more than
Nah,
that.
just a
brother.
small project. No big
Several restaurants.
Very small, right, Kiko?
Several restaurants, and then underneath, combining both buildings, will be the new wharf.
That's what I was gonna ask.
And it's a beauty. It's a beauty, and what makes this a project really interesting is that it will be roughly 600 linear feet of seawall where boats, yachts, etc. could dock and enjoy the time. So it's very unique. It's special. There's nothing like it.
What's,
it's a dream come true, man.
What's the expected date on completion?
Well,
More or less.
we hope to break ground right now in Q2, I believe,
Yep.
and that takes roughly 2 years to build, God
That's
willing.
amazing.
Tony, I mean, Emmy, what about the parking situation, dog? Like, let's be honest.
Well,
Like, the wharf was amazing, but brother,
you know what? You haven't been by there lately,
right?
but that's all cleaned out.
Are we having parking garages installed or
Well,
something?
no, you have 800 spaces underneath I-95,
Yeah, across
and then
the
you
street.
also have valet.
Oh, okay, so there will
That's
be.
a shitload of parking.
You have 800.
Right.
Yeah, you have
Right.
800 spaces under
Because you
I-95.
need it, bro. That wharf line
Yeah,
back in the day.
roughly 800. Yeah, well, 700 and change, almost 800 spaces under I-95. That's public parking, and then you also have valet.
Valley's what I like.
And-
That's my
and
vibe.
Are they thinking of maybe having
I
some
don't
type
know,
of,
but,
public transportation going towards that area, or no? A rail, a metro rail, anything that they can connect there, or not really?
Uh,
Or like a bus.
No, but what you will have is a river walk
A river walk.
that connects, and especially now that the last node is being built further between us and let's call it Bayside, there will be a river walk one day
Wow.
that connects everything. There's only one break.
Like-
After
like
we're
San
done,
Antonio kind of deal.
yes,
they're kinda like-
kind
I mean, that one's
of like
kinda
that,
shitty,
but,
but what I'm
even
saying.
bigger.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it will connect all the way from where we are to
At Pier 5?
to
That's amazing.
Bayside. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's one node that needs to be finished, and they announced, I think, the project right there with the Faena that's just going to be built.
Right.
And back behind that, there's a riverwalk, that piece that's missing.
Wow.
So when that gets developed, that gets done. When we get developed, that riverwalk gets done. And when it's all said and done, it basically connects all the way to roughly Kiki. Like
yeah,
Sea Spice
down the
Kiki,
river.
like right around that
Deep
down
into
river.
the river.
Yeah,
Loomis
yeah,
Park,
yeah.
like Loomis Park.
Yeah.
right there.
Your area
So
is
it goes
gonna
all
be
the way.
your area is gonna
That's
be
the next
far
place to
better,
go.
brother.
Yeah.
Listen,
That whole area is gonna be
That's
so
amazing.
much better.
I had no idea about that.
Another rumor that I had heard
Another answer.
Yeah.
was
He's
you
rumor
ha-
controlled
you-
today.
You have something going on at Freedom Park. Is that something you can mention or talk about, or
Can't talk about it.
okay, never mind.
So that rumor could be considered on the table.
Okay.
That rumor's on the table. It
On
looks
the
like
table.
no. Listen, I think first of all, I think the Freedom Park is pretty badass,
It's badass.
and what they're doing over there, I think is gonna be great for the community. And aside from the stadium, there's gonna be a lot of retail, like a big retail village. That has I can't speak for them, but it's like 500,000 square feet of
Let's
Yeah.
go.
retail.
shitload.
So
my thing
so
is
the way those guys work is they get the best of the best. They always work with them. That's how they got Messi. That's how they got Beckham.
Yeah.
So I could assume
but
they're
is
only
Me-
going to
is
get the best
Messi-
of the best to work with
is
them.
Messi
I
still going to be
100%
playing
agree.
when it's done?
I believe so.
I mean, that's
It's gonna be done before.
I can't speak for them. I don't work
Yeah.
for the team,
I would
but
assume.
but
Yeah,
I,
they're not gonna
I
do
would
that.
assume
Yeah.
that the world's greatest player is going to play
The
at the
legal,
world's greatest.
Emmy, the legal
Yeah.
term is assume.
Yeah.
We assume.
I could assume. I
We
could only
assume.
assume that they're
So-
going to have the greatest player in the world playing in
Yes.
the most beautiful stadium
Yes.
in the world.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm just
also
saying.
another question before I give it up to my buddies.
Well, but wait,
I-
shout out to that. To,
Shout
to,
out to Ed,
them. Yeah.
to
the
having his
rumor.
ear in the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but
And he's wearing his
welcome.
wharf hat.
He's
He's wearing
welcome.
his
He's
wharf hat.
I'm
welcome.
wearing my wharf hat. I love this hat.
By the way,
Emmy
shout out
came-
to the Moss people.
Shout
also
out
for
to
that
the
situation.
Cuban cowboy that just pulled up right there,
Oh,
Orlando Mendez,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying?
Yeah, they're the greatest.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he would look more like a cowboy though.
He's
Okay,
a
well,
Cuban
I mean,
cowboy.
He's a Cuban cowboy. I mean,
Leave him alone. Ed's a hater.
Bro, I was
Ed's a-
expecting the boots.
what
the
happened
hat.
to the highway? Well, listen. Wait your turn, bro.
Yeah,
Wait
yeah.
your turn.
Yeah, be quiet, Orlando.
Listen, Emmy, I want to ask you, how does it feel to see this city grow, and for you to be one of the people that are spearheading the growth of it,
Part of it.
with really game-changing projects, man.
Very
Yeah.
good question, Ed.
And do you actually sleep with all these projects?
I do sleep
Do you sleep upside down like a bat, or
6 hours, roughly.
God bless? You think you got issues and deadlines 2 or 3 projects at once, and
Yeah, you got to fit it in.
cool as a cucumber, to be honest.
No, listen.
It's all that CrossFit he does.
Eddie, okay, true story. When I first opened Space in the year 2000, my car got broken into 13 times in 1 year in that block.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
no high rises were around. Nothing
Was
was
not
around.
the best
I
block.
remember being 18
Yeah.
years old, and I was looking to rent an apartment, move out of my parents' house at 18, and they showed me the Grand in downtown,
yeah, sure.
and they're like,
Wasn't that March 17, 2000?
no, March 17, 2000, when I opened up the war, the Space,
Space.
yeah,
Space.
March
that's what I'm
17
talking
to 2000.
about. Something happened to me that day. Go ahead.
I know what happened to you.
Go ahead.
Life
Turn
changed.
gay.
And and they said, no, listen, a performing arts center is gonna go over here. This is gonna go here. Buy this apartment now. I'm like 18 years old. I'm like, dude, I can't. $250 for an apartment? No way.
What
At
a
eight- at
deal,
18 years
brother.
old.
What a
It's-
deal.
I'm
Did you
like-
buy it? Did you buy it?
No, man, I didn't.
What is it worth today?
2.5.
Damn, dog. Manny always tells me, doesn't matter what you do, real estate, real estate, real estate.
You know,
man.
I don't know. I'm not a condo fan. I'm a house fan.
Emmy, have you ever been?
doesn't
Have you ever been
matter, but
invited
you
to
have
Manny's
to-
house?
Oh,
have
for
not.
the love of
Yeah,
Jesus.
me neither.
Here we
No,
go
you
again,
really?
brother.
Me neither. No.
Does he do barbecues and stuff like
No,
that?
apparently he has like chefs and
Private
shit.
Yeah, well,
chefs.
but
Do you have a private chef?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my wife has a private chef.
Really?
You-
You have a, no, but you have a beautiful home too. No, that had logo.
Yeah, no, but my wife has a private
He's the
chef.
king of Miami Springs, brother.
Yeah, Eddie, we haven't been invited. Well, you did to but you haven't been invited to Emmy's crib.
No, I haven't been invited to Emmy's crib.
Not for
yet.
nothing.
Emmy
Not
does
for nothing.
barbecue.
I have one of our best conversations was inside Manny's library. One of the first.
Oh, Manny has a library. Wonder what that's like.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like the haunted house at at
Listen, it's
Magic Kingdom.
Just like that. But if you want to talk about
What is
STL,
this
Yeah,
turn
Pete
into,
got up.
our
brother?
biggest deals have
Yeah.
been secured in
Yeah.
Manny's library.
Yeah. My library is called the bathroom where I have
Emmy's going to the library on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down to go to the library. Let's
It's
go.
badass.
Let's go.
Oh, shit. Emmy, what's it like over here? We're Gotta Grow. What year are we in over here?
We're a year 1.5. It'll be 2 years in June.
What's the temperature like over there? Is it popping still? I think
It is.
It's
It is
packed
great,
every day.
man. It's great. Honestly, the community's been incredible. Look, hospitality is going through a tough time right now. A lot of people are not spending the money they used to spend.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe just different trends, or at the same time, life is more expensive.
Yeah.
So there's been a thinning of the herd for hospitality locations. We're very, very fortunate that
Yeah.
our places are doing really well, and
I think
and
it's
people
because of
have
your
been.
prices, man. Your prices are
You're
sweet.
fair.
Look, I think, look, business is not difficult if you step back and look at it. Just offer a good product at a fair price, and service people.
You
And
know,
if you could,
you
if you could do all those things, and I'm not perfect at it at all, by the way.
I'm gonna talk about-
we,
go
we,
ahead.
we always need a
Pretty good at it,
Go ahead,
though.
Ed.
Pretty good
but,
at it.
So-
but it,
You've done something lately that it was very different and unique, and it's what you've been doing with John Martin's.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was a one-time thing that you did with Christmas Wonderland, and
Yeah.
now you redid it for Valentine's Day.
look, I think for John Martin's, we had great success with the Christmas pop-up.
Amazing,
I was there twice.
And it worked really well.
amazing.
So we thought 2 or 3 times a year you could probably do something special. And Valentine's Day, believe it or not, restaurateurs, some of them don't really like it.
Why is that?
Well,
I don't
because
go out to eat on
okay,
Valentine's.
so let's say you're a restaurant.
I agree with you.
Let's-
Kiko.
I don't go out
That's
to
what
eat.
happened.
At
Let's say
all.
you're a restaurant and your Friday night is normally really busy.
Right.
And you have a bunch of 4 tops and 6 tops and 8 tops and birthdays and stuff like that. All of a sudden, Valentine's Day starts on a Friday and all you get is a bunch of 2-top reservations.
Or a set
So
menu.
you
I
actually
wanted to
and-
hang
A
out for
set
like 3
menu.
and then you have to
hours.
do a
Oh,
set
I
menu.
hate set menus,
and, then,
dude.
and so
Good
so
point.
so it's a little the business model is different. I mean, don't get me wrong. If Valentine's Day falls on a Wednesday, everyone loves it because Wednesdays are not as
Gotcha.
busy as a
Right.
Friday.
Hump day,
On a
hump
Friday
day,
night.
hump day.
So, anyway, so Valentine's Day, it's like, well, then, how do you identify? Do you identify as a place that is geared towards people that are in love
Yep.
and just doing dates, like a really nice high-end steakhouse?
Yeah.
Or are you a place where singles can go and meet each other, right?
Ah,
So I think
you hit on a good one.
Yeah.
so. We created the Love Shack. It was a 2-week pop-up.
baby.
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
Never heard of
I
that
used to
song.
jam to that shit.
Tony came up with that.
I used to jam to that in
Damn.
Fat Tuesdays
Tony,
in
let's-
Key West.
I'm glad you brought up Tony.
Tony
because
came up with that.
Tony's pretty fucking good at those videos.
Bro, Tony's one
You
of the
had-
greatest humans
Hey,
that
no,
I
He
know,
is the
bro.
best. He
But
is
for
the best.
credit, Emmy did give a little spice on that Valentine's one that knows that
Oh, and I dressed up as Cupid.
that Cupid one that he did. But Tony brings a little flair to those videos. I love that shit,
No,
bro.
listen, you guys inspired me.
Yeah.
Good.
You guys inspired me.
You inspired us.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah, no,
we're
yeah, we
inspired.
did
It's
his
reciprocal.
podcast
wait,
too.
wait, wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
it's
wait.
reciprocal.
You guys is too many people. Specify.
No, it's
Bueno.
it all comes-
Bueno.
I mean, it all
Estoy jodiendo.
Well,
Listen,
okay. Here's the inspiration,
listen.
right? I want to have a library like Manny.
Oh,
That's my
Okay,
inspiration
Good.
I
too.
want to have a library like
There you
Manny.
go.
Eddie's a promotional maven,
Oh.
and Kiko's in your face. There's no
in your
fear.
face.
No,
So
no.
I think
Fear.
between all of you guys,
Oye,
inspire me.
Kiko's
Thank you.
wardrobe. Kiko's wardrobe.
Yeah, no, that's
Listen to me. Going on the singles thing.
If somebody goes
Que si
balls to the
single,
walls,
what, Manolín?
it's
What?
Kiko, bro.
going on the singles thing.
Casi single.
Do you know one? And we're gonna hold you now to this. I think that we should do in the Regatta Grove. Think about this now. I've been wanting to do for a while, and you have this problem. We all have this problem. We have a whole bunch of, between our friends of our wives and stuff like that, people that are divorced, and some of them are still single. And everybody's like, "Oye, brother, do you know anybody? Hook up fulanito. Do you know this one? Do you know that one?" And I'm like, it's tough. It's a tough market out there. And I've always said, why don't we do? You have such spectacular divorcees of women that are high net worth.
Oye, para mí,
that-
bro, I'm
that-
single.
That they make money. They support husbands. And they're the ones that are saying, "Oye, we have nothing. We have nowhere to go."
So-
and I said, "I want to do." Go ahead, Ed. I said, "We want to go and do something like a little happy hour, and bring all these people in and have divorced wives, single ladies, single men, divorced men, an area that people can go ahead and maybe meet,
Like a mixer.
like a
Yeah, like a
mixer.
mixer.
That
So-
really
so-
makes it happen.
So
Go
Manny
ahead.
had a great party at his house once.
Oh, God.
And
Plotting.
there was a lot of divorced women there with money that are very successful.
Very
And
successful.
they came up to us saying, "Can you guys orchestrate an event where we can have an opportunity to meet other divorced men or single men?"
Coño,
Well, listen, if you want to organize it, I'll offer you my locations.
Okay,
I'm
good.
happy to
That's
have
all
you
we want.
organize
Oh,
it.
yeah, we can do it
You
here
can
at John
organize
Barnes or Regatta.
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
two.
whatever you'd like. I mean, look,
But
I
this is
can't
something
even imagine
serious.
what it's like to date nowadays. It's just
It
life
sucks.
is different.
Good point.
Life is
it
different.
sucks.
Life is different.
Life is different, and when you add success and money into the mix, it becomes even more complicated, right?
But-
So, and then if it's divorcees or people have family, they have kids. Look, I can't speak to that. I have a beautiful wife.
Yeah, me
I
too.
have 2 kids. We
I can speak on it.
Kiko can speak. Kiko will be there. Kiko's hosting.
But my locations are yours.
I
Thank you,
love it.
brother.
Hey,
That's-
I'll host
That's
it. I'll
what.
host
That's
it.
what I wanted to know.
That's what he wanted to know.
We'll call it
This is
que
serious.
rico con Kikos.
No, tampoco así. Tampoco.
I'm all
it's
down.
It's a Manny mixer.
I would say divorcee, soiree.
I'm down with a MILF contest.
oh God.
A MILF
I
contest.
like the milk
Divorcee.
contest idea.
Bro, hey, esas mujeres son alborotadas. I do community service.
have no
I
idea
like
what
You
you're
do community service.
Yeah.
Carajo.
hey,
Can you imagine?
I
that
love
thing?
private school moms.
Listen to this.
There's a whole
There's
community.
nothing wrong with public school.
Right,
moms,
look at
my
Ariadne
brother.
over there. He agrees with me.
There's nothing wrong with public school.
Shout out to Ari, the GOAT.
Okay.
Tony
Listen,
Pipperton.
Emmy, brother.
Yeah.
There's nothing we could be here till tomorrow talking with you, my brother.
Emmy.
All I'm saying is that we appreciate you. We appreciate all the facts that all the things you do with us in a day in Miami, in the sense of with Regatta, with John Martins, and not for anything, but shout out for that. My office is in the Gables. We have lunch there all the time. People, if you guys are out there, come to Regatta. Go to
Come to
John
everything.
Martins. Come to
He
all
owns
the,
everything. Come to everything.
not for anything, but Emmy's vision really translates into people's everyday life.
Yep. And all his places have his personality. Cool, calm, and collective.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
And if now you have his brother there, which is fine.
I want to go get
Hey,
him.
hey, can I just say one thing about a day in Miami? I really
Thank you,
appreciate the
brother.
work you guys do. Let me tell you something. You guys actually shine a light on the community and the people that actually partake in it.
Thank
And every day or every week, I learn something new. I pop on, I listen to your show a little
Thank you
bit.
so much.
It inspired me. We
did
we
your-
just
you
started
do-
our own
absolutely.
podcast, but strictly
Yeah, I
hospitality
love
driven.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hospitality and attraction driven. And I think what you guys do and just shine a broad light across all of Miami in all different sectors and all different places, I think it's a service for the community. And I applaud you guys for doing it and doing it right.
No, and
Thank
we,
you.
we thank you for supporting us, my brother.
Coño.
Thank you so much.
100%. Okay,
appreciate
that enough with the mushy shit. Kiko, close it off.
Emmy, where are we getting a burger? We're getting something to eat around here. What are you looking for to get?
There's no better way.
I know
than
you like
food.
to eat too. Anything you want to eat today?
I haven't made up my mind yet. I have my brother-in-law in town. I definitely want to have a burger. I might go.
Yeah.
I honestly think I'm gonna go to Regatta in about an hour when it opens up, and I'm looking forward to to having one of JJ's Smash Burgers, which is
Oh
probably
my God, bro!
Talking
Wow.
about smash burgers, I got my
Yeah.
buddy.
But where's that?
Burger.
Where's that? Over in Regatta?
Regatta.
I'm gonna
yeah.
go have
Yeah,
a
me
smash
too.
burger
I
today.
think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal
Yeah,
burger.
No,
Emmy,
no,
you,
no,
haven't
done.
you didn't drink your mojito.
Dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
give it
the
to
kids are here. The kids are here.
give
Okay,
it
never
to
mind, never
Kiko.
mind.
Emmy,
kids are
again,
here.
my brother, we
Thank
love you.
Emmy Guerra.
Thank you.
We love you, Bobby.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Hospitality's
Thank you.
Michael Jordan. Thank you, Bobby.
Regatta
Appreciate you.
Grove.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John Martins, let's go. We're
All right.
back.
Yes, we're back. We're back. We're here. There's been a little cloud cover, no chance of rain, wind.
By the way, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and this breeze brought in the Cuban cowboy,
What?
Orlando
What's up,
Mendez, ladies
everybody?
and
How
gentlemen.
you doing?
This guy makes everybody look ugly. He's not only
That's not true.
talented, he looks like a pretty good looking dude, I gotta say.
A pretty good Cuban
Yeah.
country
Hey,
looking good.
A Cuban cowboy, don't bring him anywhere next to your girlfriend, buddy.
Well, listen,
How are you, Bobby?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing
Good.
great. There's a beautiful breeze. It's a great location for this in
Isn't
the
that
middle of
best?
the Coconut Grove Arts Festival.
It's
You
a
know,
day in Miami, Pops. It's
I
a
know,
day in
bro.
Miami. It's a
went
day in
ahead-
Miami.
I remember when we were planning this, I said, Kiko, take care of some of the guests. And I said, bro, I got the guy, bro. The guy not only supports local police for our pig roast
right.
and local schools, he's just talented, nice, bro. And I'm not a big fan of country music, but when I hear his shit, I vibe to it, bro.
I love that.
But
bro.
you see, that's where that's where we're different now because
Yeah.
we talked about this. When was it? Yesterday.
Yep.
That we're talking about. I've become now a country music buff, and I never thought I was.
Me neither.
I always thought that I like, my wife's friends and all these people are heavy into the country music. I mean, heavy into like getting a plane and traveling.
Orlando does good with the private school moms.
Okay.
100%.
Here we go. Now with the
My
private
favorite-
school
my
mom.
favorite
No,
demographic.
as fans, bro.
As fans.
Because they're huge.
But again, we have nothing. We love our public school moms too.
Yes.
Now, at the same time, when I gotta correct you.
Yes.
So at the same time, brother, I've become, and I say because country music says a story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what got me into it in the first place.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Explain,
How did you
explain
get
that,
that,
brother.
So obviously I grew up here in the 305. Obviously,
Shout out for the
the
305.
305 Miami, my home and my love. Listen,
Florida Christian.
Florida Christian grad,
Florida
class of
Christian.
2014. Shout out to Florida Christian.
Yes.
Listen,
My nephew and my niece, Florida Christian grads.
awesome people. I grew up and I didn't grow up with country music because it wasn't here in Miami. You had salsa, you had
100%.
reggaeton, you had all this
Yeah.
this music culture, but you didn't have country music.
Anything but.
Exactly. And so I reached like middle school age, maybe early high school. I had this girlfriend who liked country,
Yeah.
and I heard one of the songs, and I was like, oh, that voice sounds familiar
Yeah.
to me. And it's because it was Darius Rucker, who was obviously
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Absolutely.
And I made the connection, and then I started listening to the lyrics of the songs. Like, bro, this guy is telling a story, like
yeah.
a heartbreak story that just hit me in my soul. And started getting into his songs. Blake Shelton, Dierks Bentley, all these guys who were doing this
No, but
thing.
you're naming crema. You're naming
Of
crema.
course, bro. And all these guys who were doing this thing, and the stories is really what got me into it and made me a fanatic of country music.
Yeah. And how old are you now, brother?
I'm 28.
28. Goddamn, born yesterday.
Yeah, literally.
How is the grind when it comes to like writing music
Yeah.
and having? Because I know you do a lot of shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How is that grind?
So it's been a blessing, bro. But I actually started this kind of late in terms of, terms of like musicians. I started over the pandemic. I've always written, poems and lyrics and stuff, but never could play anything. And so over the pandemic, I was sitting there that first year, locked up in my room, and I decided I was going to learn
Just
to play the
writing.
guitar.
Wow.
And I taught myself on YouTube University. You
What?
can learn anything on YouTube.
You mean to tell me you taught yourself how to play guitar on YouTube?
Yes, bro.
I can't even do a recipe following YouTube. Wow.
It's if you have enough time,
Yeah.
you can do it. And it's,
But did you like music growing up
I
as a young
loved
kid?
it. I
You
loved
always-
it. I sang my entire life. I just never knew how to play anything.
You did talent shows for
Yeah,
school?
talent shows, musical theater shows. I was always on a stage since I was like 6 years old. I think that was my first play.
Yeah, because you can't have any pain. You can't be shy. Or nothing
No,
like that. You got to
bro.
go out there and rip in front of people. What's the biggest, audience you've played in front of?
Well, Country Bay was huge.
Country Bay, I was there.
Yeah, Country Bay was freaking huge. The
We
pig roast.
had no doubt.
The Pig Roast Bowl.
Listen,
They
the
had
PBA
10,000.
pig roast.
Thank you.
I missed you. I missed you, brother. I left.
you.
I left. I had to go somewhere else, but I missed you.
Well,
when I
I'm
was
seeing you
there.
today, so it's all good. We're
No,
making
no,
up
no,
for
but
it,
I-
bro.
No, it's just because the chopper leaves early. He's got to get the chopper.
I saw that chopper flying kind of inconspicuous at the Columbus.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you mentioned the PBA.
It landed in St. Brendan's,
Not
by the
only-
way.
Not only for me was it amazing and something that we broke records with having you on there. or having my partner Ed say, yo, you know, I'm Kiko Suarez, like this is the real deal. Like there's fucking 1,000 people here, like thousands of people.
Yeah.
So to have you on and when we were deciding who we're gonna have on too, I'm like, bro, this is a guy we got to support local. And not only is he good, he's one of us. So like it's a win-win every time that we see you or that you play in an event. So. You know, I'm honored to have you here on the show.
No, man, it means everything to me.
Ed is kind of converting slowly but surely into country.
We'll get him over. Get him over to the dark side, bro.
I
Come on.
I can't really say. Number one, I really don't listen to much music. You know,
He doesn't. He has problems having fun because he's always working or planning or plotting. But we're trying to help him in
I
that.
listen to like a lot of podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like the music is like you hear a song and then we're gonna hear the same thing again and again. However, I do have a lot of respect for it and its art and what it takes. A Hispanic doing country music is just so random that it's fucking interesting.
But if you look at him, he looks tipito gringo. He got the red beard.
I do
He's
have
got
a little
the swag. You know what I'm
The
saying?
guy looks
The
country to
gringo
me already.
He
The
does,
guy
he
looks
does, he
country.
does. If you wouldn't have called yourself Cuban cowboy, I wouldn't have known you
I
were
have the
Cuban.
gringo pitica, which I think works well for me in Nashville. You know, I'm
Well,
not
Can
gonna
I
lie.
say? Can I say something? Can I say something really quick? I tell you, I freaking applaud you for naming yourself the freaking Cuban cowboy, brother.
Ahí siempre
You know,
cubano sacando
the
ahí.
fact of you being true to your heritage of Cuban, that means a lot, bro.
Oh,
And
really?
I really te felicito. For
Yes,
that.
I do. I think that's a great goal. Oh, you got a girlfriend?
I had a girlfriend.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
The reason I'm not being nosy. I'm saying, your fans, you got groupies and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. It's and
Yeah.
especially
Because
here in
I saw you right now get stopped by a couple people. Say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How is that? And is that real?
Listen,
Like
it's-
you got hot girls saying, Orlando, I'm here for you. What are you doing after the show? Nothing like that.
It happens, bro.
Oh, it
happens, and it started happening more, which is a blessing.
You know, that's que rico, huh?
Yeah, that's super nice. It's something nice, bro. Yeah.
No, we don't need no girlfriends now, brother.
These guys over here are married. That's why they don't
That's
ask.
Happily.
Yeah, they're happily, but since I'm the single
They
dude,
gotta make sure they throw that in.
I gotta ask you the
My dog
question.
Kiko's got me as my wingman.
I gotta ask you. Primo, what's some of the stuff?
Because he knows it more so.
What's some of the stuff that you've played that's big? Some of the venues. What do you got maybe in the future coming up? Something that people don't know about. Give me some.
Yeah,
good,
man. I mean, listen, I've been back and forth from here to Nashville. I'm based out of Nashville now, but I spend half of my time here because this is where my heart is. As
That
you guys know.
Where have you been playing in Nashville?
Old Red, it was kind of like a staple for us, which that's Blake Shelton's bar. Whiskey Row, that's Dirk Bentley's bar.
It's bombing, but it's popping over there.
Okay, so
Always
wait.
popping.
Okay, so just not to interrupt you, but I wanted your opinion. So my friends I had a dinner the other day at the house, and the people that were there were telling me, hey, listen, why don't we do a little Nashville trip? I have not been to the Nashville
gotta
thing.
do
You
that.
know, just a 3-day. You know, just a 3-day thing of the
Yes.
Nashville Strip.
After 3 days,
Do
it
we
gets
do it?
dangerous, bro.
Do we
Yes,
do it?
yes. I
Yes.
think 3 days is money. You get there, you do the strip the first day, you get absolutely hammered.
Right.
And
Oh,
then,
man.
yeah. The second day, you're going to be hurting.
Hey, y las gringas are nice out there?
Oh, super nice.
Yeah. Let's go
Super
together,
nice.
doggy.
Especially when they see a Cuban cowboy, Baba.
It's
Yeah.
a change in atmosphere, bro. It's
Or a
change.
Cuban gorilla will do well over there, right?
No, imagínate, no, contigo. Tú espantas a
Me
todo el
pongo una
mundo.
camisa
muchacho.
con unos caballitos and shit.
Listen, when you're writing music,
Yeah.
is it usually like related to something that's happening in your life, or how is that you go about that?
Yeah, man. A lot of it, almost all of it, is fully life related. You know,
Relationship, breakup.
relationship related. Yeah, breakup. And then obviously I wrote.
That's country.
Yeah, that's country. And then I've written songs about my roots. You know, the song that kind of obviously comes to mind with most people is Motherland.
That's your
Which
hit.
is-
That's your hit, right?
Yeah, that's my hit. Which is my song about my Cuban roots and my song about where I come from.
You know what? We're gonna start off. I love to help people, and I'm gonna tell you we're gonna put that song as part of when people go to Day in Miami. We're gonna start it off with the fact of Cuban
love it.
of the Cuban roots thing.
I love
Me
it.
too. You
I
got,
mean,
you got
I
blessed by the
approved.
boss.
I love that.
We're gonna
Bless.
do that. Everybody goes to Day in Miami, and they're gonna listen to that song.
Can we get a chopper ride later, man?
And you guys are. I just gotta say, props to you guys. You guys are killing it, bro. A Day in Miami is taking off.
so?
Thank you,
Yes,
brother.
brother.
Thank you,
Yes, I
brother.
see it.
Tell
everywhere.
him, bro, because this
Yes,
guy right
bro.
here, this guy, Manny does everything, but he doubts us.
Bro.
Or he doesn't think it. I've been telling him, but we're popping, but we
Yes,
are
you
the
guys are
alphas.
popping.
I
You
just
guys are
like
popping.
I just always trying to get better, man. That's the
No,
only thing.
100%.
Of course,
And
of
we are our
course.
own worst critics,
Yeah,
bro. And
I
that's
know.
my
I'm my
that's my
hardest
thing.
critic.
Yeah.
The last 2 years have been good for me, but in my mind, I haven't done enough.
Yeah.
You know, and so every day it's the frustration
Yeah,
of
but
not being
you
where I
the same
want to
for
be.
you,
You know,
bro. You've been on fire, kid. You're sitting here for a reason.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been
No.
following you, and we see what you're doing. So
And
take
where,
credit.
and where you're gonna go. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you this much: when you freaking go and goddamn perform at the at the old Opry,
Whoa! Take away the mojito from
you
Manny.
better be that. Hey, Dan Miami will be there to cover that damn
Absolutely,
thing
bro.
when you're going to be at the Grand Ole Opry.
Absolutely, that is a huge,
or a
huge
trip to Nashville. I'm sure he can get
bucket
us in
list.
one of the bars. I'm sure he's got Blake on speed dial.
But are you like staying in Nashville the majority of the year, or how does that work out?
Yeah, so I'm there probably 60-40 now because I
Okay.
still do a bunch of stuff down here. This is where the biggest part of the fan base is.
That's where your fan base is bigger in Nashville, right?
No, it's bigger here.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is you need to stay relevant up there to kind of right. Is that the deal?
Yeah, it's all
Listen,
about exposure. up there.
Yeah,
listen,
right.
The Miami crowd, and I'm telling you right now, and we see it with Tony's event with the country thing.
Private
Tony-
school moms, private school
with-
moms.
and public school moms. The event that Tony does here. Listen, the amount of people that go to country.
Oh, it was amazing, bro.
I am telling you right now that, and no, I have nothing against other genres. I remember, I'm from the 80s, brother, so I'm a little older. I know I look great, but I'm from the old.
You look
But
fantastic.
at the end of the day, I'm a 56-year-old guy.
His skin is so
Manny
hydrated.
está como el
Day.
queso, rigota.
But at the end of the day,
Hey,
I
is that
was.
rain?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
it's like
It's
drizzle.
okay. It's okay.
It's a cloud. It's a cloud.
It's okay. We're gonna put on the song. Oh yeah, the Cuban Cowboys gonna do a song now with the rain, brother.
That's
There you go.
My biggest thing is I tell you, what country has revolutionized Miami.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Because you see so many people. The other day, my daughter gets in the car and she sees I have 99.9 Kiss.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden she tells, Papa, 99.9 Kiss. I go, listen, I love Blake. I love Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
I love all these people. I love that the pop thing that they're doing. You know, like
Yeah.
Blake with Post Malone.
Yes.
You know, that whole dual thing of I want another drink. I mean, it's a great freaking song.
I would also add that right now there's a location down south called the Berry Farm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I played there like crazy.
Oh,
Something
You
those
played
people
there?
are
You played
live.
there before?
dancing.
I played there like what?
And
Yeah,
then-
because
so many times.
Carl's the man, bro.
Yeah.
And
that's the man.
they recently launched line dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the crowds at those line dancing
Are
events
crazy.
are incredible.
incredible.
Are crazy.
I would never have thought that.
I
was
don't
such
dance,
an
but
appetite.
I'll definitely
That's a hidden
check
cult.
out the moms.
It's a hidden cult. It's a hidden cult.
The moms out there are good. They're stacked.
And they're all
Man.
learning line dancing. Man.
Man, I got a proposition for you. So I think that we should
gonna
do
let
like
pass.
I think we should do an event of a day in Miami with you singing.
Bro, I would love that. I would love
Can
know,
you
that.
really
sing-
do that? Yeah, you could do that,
I
right?
think that we
Absolutely.
should
Can do
Can you
everything.
sing right now a little bit, or?
we
I
should
could.
do- we
I'm
should
gonna do a pop up at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
Here.
What?
So
Yeah.
everybody that's
Oh.
listening to us live right now, you
Yes.
got to come over here and
12:30.
listen to the Cuban Cowboy at 12:30.
At 12:30, he's going live. I didn't know.
But
that.
I think we should talk to Emmy
But
and
you-
do something over here at Regatta.
Regatta.
That'd be
Regatta Grill.
badass. That would be
But,
bad.
A
you're-
regatta.
You're so you're so good at what you're doing that your accent has changed and you sound very American. You don't even sound Cuban or Miami
Is he
anymore.
saying y'all?
No,
You know what's
no,
crazy?
But
You
it's
know what's
incredible
crazy?
how you evolve into that. you know?
Absolutely. I've been in Nashville for 3 years now,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
rubs off. But you know what's crazy is that I come over here and everybody's like, bro, you got the Nashville
You got
accent,
the
you got the
Nashville,
country
yeah.
accent. And then I go back over there and they're like, bro, you're straight from
Miami?
Miami.
Yeah.
Like you're
Straight
straight
off
from
the
Cuba,
boat.
basically. They're
That's
like,
it,
Yeah.
But I bet you they love it.
They
They
love it.
They're
They
nor
love
here
it.
nor there, you know?
They do love
None
it.
of them
They're
call you like
fascinated by
Cuban Poppy up there, and you go up there. And
it. Yeah, they try.
Could we have an exclusive right now? Could we have the Cuban Cowboy just throw a little verse out there
Of course.
of your main song?
I would love that.
Yeah,
I would
Mira,
love that.
dale.
Oh, give us
The
something.
floor is yours,
Let's
my
see if
brother.
we can get the right tune here. So, this is Motherland.
I
Like
love
was
it.
telling you, this is my song about the Cuban roots. It goes,
Give me a song right
I'm
now.
sitting here drinking at the southernmost tip down in the Florida Keys. About to take my last rum-filled sip when suddenly it came to me. I looked out across the ocean to see if I could see the island where I came from. That's still a part of me. And sure, I ain't never been there. I ain't never
Bro,
touched
you
that
see that,
sand.
Got
But it's
chills.
where my family came from. And it makes me who I am. This deep-rooted connection. At times I don't understand. But as I'm sitting here right now, I'll tell you, man, there's only 90 miles and a cigar in my hand. Between me and the motherland.
Damn, brother. What the
Maybe you get my eyes tear up,
Yo,
bro.
I got jam, bro. I I got chills.
Bro, I got
dog.
goosebumps.
That was amazing,
Yeah,
bro.
dog.
I got goosebumps, brother.
Yeah, bro.
That's
A real
shit,
Cuban,
bro.
No
bro. A
fucking
real
bullshit. That
Cuban.
shit.
I'm teary-eyed.
Hey,
Look at that.
hey,
We're
hey,
teary-eyed, brother.
amazing,
you
bro.
catch me on 10 drinks sitting on the beach. I'm
Ah,
crying.
We
bro.
crying.
I'm crying.
We cry
Listen,
together, bro.
just with
Hey,
every
I-
Cuban in Miami, you're gonna make it, bro.
We're-
Everybody has to buy the
listen,
goddamn thing.
You like
brother.
that? Look at
We're-
Orlando's
Hey,
fan.
my mom and
Proud
dad, my
mama,
brother.
proud
That's
mama, and
amazing,
proud
bro.
family,
Primo,
brother.
no homo, dog. That shit.
That shit was
fucking good.
Are you into country music now, my
Now
boy?
I am.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am.
Now I
you
am.
made me a country music
Hey, I
lover
told
now, bro.
you. See?
That's
Told
incredible.
It's a story.
Yeah.
It's a story. That's what I try to explain to people.
Yo.
No, listen, no throwing shade or anything else. Brother, when you sit down, you just hear a song that repeats 25 times. Da, 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 da. That's, I got it. I'm a freestyle disco guy. That's guy. But I love the fact of the country. It tells a story.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you, how's the pressure of like having to create music and like trying to continue that momentum? Like, how do you manage that, and how is it you try to get better and better and better?
Yeah, man, it does become a lot because you're always trying to one up what you did last,
Yeah.
right? You know, you're always trying to move the needle, you know. And so, but I just find inspiration in my life. I find a lot of inspiration through my family, through this city, and I'm kind of bringing something different to country, which is cool. You know, I bring my unique background.
Right.
I bring the water. I
Yeah.
bring this city. I bring the culture that we have. I bring a little bit of that Latino, you know, a little
100%,
Latino
bro.
flair.
For
So
sure.
Black
it
beans,
gives me a
carne
lot of stuff.
puerco.
Is this the
Exactly,
first
bro.
time that
Lechoncito, bro.
Is this the first time that a Latin artist is doing country music?
No,
or-
there's other people doing it. I have a good friend, Sammy Arriaga, who's doing it as well. Angie K. There's a couple people.
Melito's good too.
But is this
Ricky
the first time
Valito, right.
that someone's doing it like successfully, or are they?
There's
like,
a couple other successful ones. We're just all trying to find our way and
Lift it
really
up.
break through
And
the mold.
move that needle
Yes,
big
right,
time.
right. 'Cause
Listen.
none of us are on that Lainey Wilson,
Yeah.
Jelly Roll kind
Okay,
of level.
but
We're trying to get
listen,
somebody up there.
I'm gonna throw this out
Fuck
there.
those people, though.
I'm
You're
gonna
my
throw
dude.
Listen,
You're my dude.
Listen,
I love
I'm gonna
it.
throw
my
this.
dude.
I'm gonna throw this out there, and I know all these people are gonna give me shade, but that's fine. Listen, if Beyonce can go ahead and crack to the country music, okay, you know, I'm sorry, but I think that a Cuban cowboy can
course.
go ahead, and that's a story.
Listen,
brother.
course.
have you done Spanish?
Yes.
Country?
Yeah, so the last song I came out with, I translated the chorus into Spanish and kind of released my first Spanglish.
Can I hear a little bit
release.
of that?
Yeah.
Or?
Of what,
yeah.
Aloy?
I
Yeah, a
want
little
to hear
bit of that.
Spanish country. Can you give
Yeah, I
a little
can
bit
give a
of
little
that?
bit.
Let me hear a little bit. Yeah.
Go for it.
Listen, we gotta have him at La Liga at a telethon event. This will be amazing for him.
Yeah,
to come
so
out.
I translated this chorus and it's like, puede ser el agua, puede ser un árbol, sonido de las olas ahí en Cayo Largo. Cada persona con su razón, la casa es donde va el corazón. Puede ser el viento, puede ser el barro, camisa de tu abuelo que huele a cigarro. No sé mucho, pero sin embargo, la casa es donde va el corazón.
Awesome, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, just
awesome,
little
man.
parts like
I'm
that.
gonna fall in love with Orlando. Goddamn.
Just little parts like that.
He ain't dating anybody right now.
and now what's great is that I'm taking songs, full songs, and translating into Spanish. I've been working with my boy John Cicada.
Oh,
and
nice.
he's helping me to kind of
Nice.
translate.
John Cicada's a goat, man.
The goat translate and also add a little bit more of that flair to the songs, you know.
That's
Brother,
amazing, man.
but you're
on
naming
the
good
right path.
names. You got good people
Absolutely,
working
great
with you,
people,
brother.
bro.
That's
Great
that's,
people.
You know
Been
when it
blessed.
works, bro. Cuando te eriza, bro.
Yeah.
that's a
Man.
path to
That's it,
success,
straight
my
up,
brother.
right?
They don't know about that in Nashville,
and
dog.
that is a
Listening
path
to that Motherland
success.
song, bro.
All right, and the real question is the endeavor profitable? Are we doing? What are we looking at? Are we
So
doing good?
everything, like any
Yeah, like
artist, brother.
You
Like
have, do you have a
any.
chopper like Manny? Or?
No chopper
no,
yet.
no.
We're trying to get
We're
the
all trying
chopper,
to
the
get
yacht.
there. We're all trying to get there.
The chopper, the yacht, and the
Manny's,
house, bro.
Manny's chopper's nice, bro.
No, but you know.
When I see it, I'll send a picture to you.
Hey, real quick, off the jump. Hey, what's going on for you coming up? What do you got going on? Now's the time to plug everything you got going
Yeah,
on.
man. So I got another song coming out here in March. It's called Grandpa's House. It's about, I wrote that Motherland song as I started losing my abuelos, the biggest part of my life.
Oh, I mean, I lost mine.
And-
Don't make me cry with that.
No,
brother,
I
right
know.
now.
And so I wrote this song when I went back to my abuelo's house years later, just about it being different, someone else living there. And so I'm releasing that in March. Really proud of that song. Have a lot of music coming out this year, so make sure you follow on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
Orlando Mendez Music.
Hey, but you gotta come on and like have like a legit conversation with us when you have.
For
to
sure.
No, he's my
No, you gotta
boy.
come to the
He's my
studio.
boy. He
Anytime
comes
you
on
guys want,
anytime.
bro.
I'm sorry, brother, but he's our boy now too.
That's
Okay.
it.
Wow,
That's
hey,
it.
I know,
We're
I
boys
know,
now. We're all
I know.
boys
Yeah,
now.
enseguida, ya se pone
I know,
nervioso. You ain't going on the.
Oh,
You're
boy.
not going in the chopper.
And listen,
Ah, you see, there it is. There is a chopper.
I will plug here, bro. I love being here in Miami. This is my home. My mom gets happy when I'm here. My dad, my brother, the whole
amazing,
family.
brother.
And I love playing here So if you guys have a big event, you got something you want me to play, if there's something cool going on in your world,
Tell him
hit
because
me
of
up.
Kiko. Tell
Hit
him
me
because
up,
of
bro.
Kiko.
I always
Tell 'em
say,
Kiko sent you.
I tell you right now, there's nothing like Cuban parents, brother. Nothing like Cuban parents.
Nothing.
Nothing like Cuban parents.
Come up.
That's the
Listen,
best thing in the world,
And
brother.
Absolutely,
we run a yearly telethon that's called La Liga Against Cancer.
No, it's one of
at
the biggest.
fairgrounds.
La Liga
Wow.
contra el
And it's
Cáncer.
on
Yeah.
TV.
Okay.
It's done
I
through
think that'd be
Telemundo
awesome for you to
51.
show
As
up
his
there, man.
agent, he'll only
No.
go if he's flown in the chopper.
I'll limo him
We
in.
can bring you in the rolls. bro.
Limo?
Bring you in the rolls.
We'll take it.
Limo him in. There's
Brother,
no
thank you
rolls
for
here,
coming and giving us your
Thank you
time.
guys, bro. It's
I hope-
awesome.
I hope you hang out with us and drink
We will.
100 mojitos with
No,
us.
but listen to
I'm
me.
having at least 6 more of
I'm
these.
telling you right now, we are going to talk to you because we are going to talk to Emmy. Emmy just had it here. Emmy said,
Yeah.
you let me know what you want to do here. I think that we should do a concert,
Yeah.
okay, at the Regatta. We should do a day in Miami with Regatta with the Cuban Cowboy.
That'd be
Let's
sick.
do it, man.
Let's do it.
All right,
I
before-
don't,
Collab of
I
the
don't
century.
even know him that well, and I feel like we're friends.
No, I know.
We're
I'm
boys,
telling you.
though.
All right,
You kidding me?
before we
It's
sign
amazing.
off, give us another little more Motherland because you have some more fans. Just pulled up. Give us 10 seconds, 20 seconds more Motherland.
All right. And sure, I ain't never been there. I ain't never touched that sand. But it's where my family came from. And it makes me who I am. This deep-rooted connection. At times I don't understand. But as I'm sitting here right now, I'll tell you, man. There's only 90 miles
Yeah.
and a cigar in my hand.
Orlando.
Between me and the motherland.
Orlando Mendez,
Thank
baby.
you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Respeta the Cuban Cowboy.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
Follow
you so
him on
much.
Instagram.
I gotta go see that 12:30 over there.
12:30 pop-up show.
Yes, thank you.
We'll
Pop-up
do
show
a,
at the
we'll do,
Stack.
we'll do
In
a
Peacock.
little, a little pause here. at the show
12:30
in
in
Orlando.
Peacock. You got it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you, boys.
Appreciate you.
Dale.
And we're back, guys. We're back over here at the Coconut Grove Art Festival for everybody that's at
Yes.
home. Get your asses up and come on over to this spectacular event. This is great. The day is beautiful. I don't know.
day
Some
is
people
so-
tell me that it's raining somewhere. The day is gorgeous over here.
Oh,
by
and
the way.
the burgers are delicious. Shout out
burgers
to
are delicious.
Shout out to
Everything-
Brick Burgers. Thank you, Gabe.
Everything is great,
Don't
by
forget
the
the
way.
mojitos.
Just so
Don't
you know,
forget
and
the
the
mojitos.
mojitos.
Dime algo, John. How are you, bro?
No, but I'm introducing John.
Oh.
Ya empezó. Yeah, he got back from the burgers. He's already He's
Estamos así,
he's
estamos
already
así.
putting
I like it.
it
I
out
like it.
there.
I like it. Let's
This is
go.
how he works.
What do we got?
Kiko, you got a fry? Anyway,
Ah.
listen, let me just tell you right now, we got John Ruiz with us.
Kiko actually did break us.
John right now is the event manager. Oh, for the love of God. Event manager of the
Wow.
Coconut Grove Art Festival for Loud and Live. Give it up for John right now.
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you for being here. It's a beautiful day. It's day 2. We're exhausted.
Yeah.
But we got the energy and the vibes of the people keeping us going. So
You guys hit a home run. This is a beautiful event. I'm
Thank you.
blessed to have us here.
thank you.
Dead smack in center of Grand
Yeah.
Avenue.
That's right.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you to everybody in Loud and Live. Really, I mean, the fact of just the partnership that we did with everybody there and the fact of a day in Miami, really, we're really excited.
Yeah.
John, talk to me. What is it? What does it take? How long have you been here? And are you even sleeping? Or are you just drinking? Are you on 24 hours alcohol? Or give us a secret. What the hell is it, brother?
So no, this is my 4th year doing the show. Tony Albello was he humbled me by inviting me to work with him at Loud and Live, and
Okay.
he said, I have this project for you. I go back with him from his early Swarm Winwood days.
Oh, yeah.
And he basically said, listen, I got this project for you. You're going to do the Coconut Grove Arts Festival. And I said, oh, Dios mío. Okay, good.
Tremendo
Good.
project.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna keep it together. Year 1 was obviously ridiculous. Lack of no sleep, running on fumes. But obviously by year 4,
Yeah.
you figure out the kinks.
Yeah.
That's Tony's schedule, right?
Yeah, you figure out the kinks, and then you get here and you have a better team. Everything is running smoothly, and you're able to get a little bit more sleep. But like I said, like I just said, right, once you're here, it doesn't really matter because you're getting the vibes, the people, the crowd, the sun. Everything is just it just energizes you,
Yeah.
So I'm energized, man.
I'm a curious person, so what is the
Oh,
most difficult?
curious minds want to
No,
know.
really.
What is the most difficult part of this event? What would you say, like logistically, or what is the most difficult part to execute this event?
Oof. I would say the most difficult part is people. It's a lot of moving parts with many different people, a lot of different characters. Just understanding, how and who and when to say certain things, and basically, you can't keep everybody happy, but in a sense, you kind of have to try to do that.
Brother,
here.
who's not gonna be happy with this?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Who the hell is not gonna be happy with this? For
Well,
the love
you know,
of God?
they don't see the stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
No, I know.
They never
I know.
do,
That's
bro.
true.
They
You know?
never do.
And it's quite a lot. But again,
Listen, I live in this world. I mean, I don't do this magnitude. I just do a couple of parties for myself and some galas. But at the end of the day, I always tell people nobody
Some
knows
galas.
what this.
The gala, no.
I'll tell you.
When you come
I'll
back
tell you
after these
when
things,
it's
brother.
when it's my birthday or my own things. Déjenme tranquilo.
Yeah, you don't wanna
Nobody bother me. If you want to throw me a surprise birthday party, that's fine. I'll go to it. If not, you'll find me at home. I'm not
Yeah.
planning shit.
You
when
enjoy,
I'm
and,
not
and
working.
you're not gonna judge whoever's gonna do something for you anyway, either, right? Because you know what it takes to do that shit,
Of
brother.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
100%.
Even if it's a tiny little thing, I understand what
You
it takes.
appreciate it.
Yes,
You appreciate
absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
Listen, I really can't even fathom the fact of what it entails to. I mean, just everybody. Again, I invite everybody. We invite everybody. Please come out to the Coconut Grove Art Festival. This is a family event. I mean, we're saying hi to 20 friends of ours here with their babies, with their dogs, and everybody. The day is spectacularly gorgeous over here. You see great art. You got great food. You got great drinks. But when you look at the setup here, and the fact of what John and Tony and everybody from Loud and Live has to do here. I mean, you see the planning, you see the execution, and again, anybody that knows this life, you understand that this is not easy. And to be what's the correct word that I'm trying to look to be not only executing but consistency and compliance with and be good and happy with every vendor that's here because everybody's gonna have a fucking goddamn complaint. And the fact that you guys are dealing with everybody from either Maine, New Mexico, California. You have everybody. You just don't have Miami from here. You have everybody coming from everywhere, right?
You have everybody, and it really comes down to loving what you do. I feel fortunate that this is something that I love to do. Even when I was a kid, 16, 17 years old, I would throw my own house parties. Eventually, when I went to college, I would throw, I shouldn't say, but illegal house parties.
I love, bro. What do you Shout out to those illegal
that's how I
house
became
parties,
famous,
brother. Those are good.
I used to live in I moved to Boston for a little while, and there was 7 of us, and I was broke as shit, and I had to figure out how to make money because I was just eating, dollar cheeseburgers with the same bowl of pasta. So for example, we got to get a keg.
Bueno, pero saliste bien.
Salí
Salí bien. Pasta y burgers, no hay nada malo con eso.
No.
John, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Master Academy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, class of 2007.
And Key Biscayne.
Yes. I was studying biochemistry and then decided that I didn't want to be stuck in a hospital for the rest of my life.
He's a little key rat, no? He's a key rat?
No.
Or you just key rat school?
No. Born in Hialeah Hospital. Raised a little bit in Alapata.
Okay.
In Kendall. Eventually Cutler Ridge before it was Cutler Bay. I would drive 22 miles to work every day. Sorry, to school every day.
Bro, that was a drive,
It was
brother.
a trek. It was a trek. It was a trek. But the good thing is that when I would do a little house party, everybody would stay because it was too far. There's nowhere to go.
You see, if I can only turn back time to Cher's tune, I would have gone to your house party.
I know you would have been right. You would have been right there with me.
John,
would have been.
What Manny was talking about earlier. What month did we start planning for something of this size?
February 18th.
No. We're in February.
Immediately after. As we're here, we're taking notes.
You're planning already for next year, brother.
We're doing shot list immediately. As we're here, we're looking at what we can improve for next year.
Brother.
And then we basically take that and we build on it.
Do you understand the fact? Okay, really quick, John. Tell me how important is the staff that works with you, my brother?
How many people do you have
the
working?
most important.
Yeah, how many?
Man, combined across all teams, there's probably 200 to 300 people here. I know it's a big window, but yeah, probably about 250 people working in this show. From volunteers to CJF staff to our team to the trash people to security, it's a lot.
So let me ask you a question. What are the most? Do you have any difficulties with vendor? What is obstacles that you think that you feel that sometimes you have that you gotta get resolved? Like, code red, we gotta resolve this.
Yeah.
What problems do you usually see?
Typical problems, they come with, they start as from the ideation. Is this a good idea? Will the people respond to this?
Right.
To obviously the budgeting, ensuring that you cover all your bases so that, you do have the approved budget to do the things that you want to do. And then it's just, working with the vendors to make sure that, you have to be the most organized and the most planned to be able to transmit that to them for success, right? So it's just this constant second guessing, second judging, reevaluating, to get to this point.
Your job is to make sure people are comfortable.
For the most part, to make sure that they're prepared.
Yeah.
They're prepared.
Wow.
That they have all the tools in the shed for their success, which then leads to the ultimate event success.
Wow. And you guys are nonstop year round. So like you said,
Nonstop year round.
this is closing. You're already planning for the next.
We're planning as we speak.
And
right
John,
now.
is this the only event you manage, or you manage other events from?
No,
Live?
last year I got to do the Country Bay Music Festival.
Wow.
I was there. I was
How
there.
was that? How was that?
was
You know,
amazing.
we just
God.
interviewed right now the Cuban Cowboy,
Yeah,
John.
Orlando Mendes, he was
So
there.
tell me, you know, we were talking about the fact of how the country music thing has really taken a big lead in the South Florida community.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Of course. I have a theory.
Talk to me.
If you think of country music in the 90s,
Yes.
Feel Good, Barnyard,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You could even say Christian, you know? And then
Yeah,
it's kind of
faith-driven,
Yeah,
definitely.
faith-driven. And then it started to kind of, you know, embody different elements, more kind of street, more urban. There's hip hop, there's different subjects, and it just made sense that Miami, you know, which has a little bit of everything,
100%.
would be able to start to drip into that.
Yeah. So I was very impressed by you earlier. You told me.
Oh, bro, you impressed Eddie, brother.
So
It's an honor.
we had. I mean, you know,
Damn.
I was called promotional Mavin earlier by
Promotional Mavin.
by a great community leader.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead.
I think the word he's looking for is Maven.
Maven. I am welcome to Manny because Manny is my mentor.
You're welcome.
More than anybody.
Yeah.
But earlier, Kiko did a great job by inviting Orlando, the Cuban Cowboy here,
Yes,
and
yes.
you guys called an audible.
Our little Kiko Rico.
Yes.
So you called an audible. So I want you to guide me through that audible that you called and how that happened. And I mean, as an event coordinator, that's amazing that you think like that.
Yeah.
That's what you need
Yes.
in people around you as your team.
Well, again, you know, you think that the event manager would know every single thing, but that's part of having the team, right?
Yeah,
so
the team.
this runner showing who was on here, did I exactly know or even memorize who would be there? No. But when I saw Orlando, we booked him for Country Bay, and I'm like, well, coño, you know, listen, do you have your guitar? Let's get you for 15 minutes. How many songs can you sing in 15 minutes? Oh, okay. Well, you have a quarter-inch XLR. Boom, call my guy at the Stacks, and we made it happen. Just made an audible, and you know, I said, hey, give us some love.
And
Give
that
me a
happened
shout
what,
out.
this morning or what?
That happened the moment that he landed
Can I-
on the
He landed
stage.
here on the stage.
Oh,
right
behind
here.
us.
So you're saying it's thanks to me
Oh, here
that
we go.
Orlando not only
Oh,
was on the
for
pod,
the
You booked
love.
him, then
For
it's
the
thanks
love.
to you.
It is.
Look, tell them. Just tell them.
We're
It
gonna,
is.
you
No,
know, you know what you're
we
doing.
gave
You
you
know what
the
you're doing,
credit.
right?
We
You know
gave
what
you
you're doing.
If he called him on stage, then
We
that's
gave
thanks-
him the
thanks to
credit
you.
earlier.
I'm
We
glad
gave
you
him the
mentioned the
credit
stack
earlier.
because that's a new
We're
activation.
not going to let
No.
this one down for at least a month.
But
my
in all
brother.
seriousness, the stacks came in last year, right?
The Stacks was Tony's
Early.
inception from year one, and it was a pyramid where the DJ was three
The
stacks
pyramid,
up.
right.
Tony's visions.
But now you're painting on them, correct?
Yeah, we paint them on the face. We have this muralist, Dave Laverna, who will actually be here tomorrow to
Yeah.
interview. He's the curator. He was actually been an artist in the festival before, and he was a buddy of mine from again Wynwood parties back in the day. And I called him up and I said, "Hey man, I need some help with the stacks." And this is the 4th year that he's helping me do that. So as you can see, but there's like a nice little grittiness to it. You have the fork, you have the scissor lifts going on.
Oh, I see a next level to it. I see
Yeah.
a next level to it, and more of an activation
Yeah.
with the sign and everything.
Yeah, interesting enough, last year we had the same design and it was a 360. Like muralists were painting all around
Yeah.
it, but people just, I guess they didn't feel comfortable going back there and they didn't really see the murals. And we even had one of Charlie Cinnamon, the man who invented the art.
The pioneer.
You know, which half of him is still actually back there from last year. We don't buff amazing work of arts.
Right, of course. Paint over 'em.
But people love this, you know, like I see this mixture of young and the older generation fusing over there. And we try and do that with the DJs that we pick, with the artists that we pick, and the bands that we pick. And to see that fusion of young people is exactly what this festival and this community needs. And to see it happening live and to even have a small piece of it, it's the reason for doing this. It makes it all worth it.
No, and I think that center bar still is a little better than the VIP that was there before. And now the VIP is a little bit different, so people can not be so intimidated by being
Yes.
VIP, and they can
Or being watched, you know. People like to
Congregate.
feel comfortable.
100% or
You
no
know,
band.
Gets
stress.
them out of their VIP and, you know, go be with the people.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, as an event coordinator, I have a complaint.
Oh boy.
Hit me. I'll solve it.
This Wi-Fi is just killing me, man.
You got the Starlink, man. We got to blame Elon on that
I don't know
one.
what's going on with that.
I don't know. There's nothing many
Isn't
clouds.
the Starlink up behind you?
Yeah, and like
That's
I
just
can't upload unless the videos are too heavy, Ben.
Maybe if we give
You
Elon a
videos are
shout
too
out,
heavy,
he'll
dog.
increase the juice.
We gotta give Elon a shout out, man. What's going on in the country right now is amazing. You know, I love what's going on, what they're doing.
Yeah.
Shaking things up.
So listen, so you booked a Cuban Cowboy for 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. That's about 7 minutes. We gotta go see him.
I would love to go see him. First time I've seen him.
You guys want to hit me with
He sang a little bit here.
Yeah.
You know how to sing, John?
You know,
I thought
I don't like to share my recreational activities, but actually one of the reasons that I got started in this was that I when I moved back from Boston, I found that, you know, I loved electronic music, and all the promoters were basically throwing parties to be DJs. Not that I don't DJ or didn't want to be a DJ, but I said, you know what, I'm not gonna actually make that the forefront. I'm here to make you guys shine, and that's gotten me pretty successful. So to answer your question, I actually do rip the drums, guitar, bass, sing, DJ. I do everything, but you would have to be at one of my after parties with close friends and families to witness that, and we can make that happen.
Wow, you see, I was just throwing it out there, but apparently homie's got talent.
Painting is probably the only thing.
I have a question.
You're a painter?
No.
Oh.
That's the one thing that I say I will not do.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, where's your booth?
I have two questions. One, I want one of these shirts.
I had to work 4 years to get this shirt, and they forced me to wear it. I couldn't get one for my team, and all my team was like, where do I get one of those T-shirts? I'm
I guess Colombia's a great
They're
mark.
forcing me, man. They're forcing me. But it is my first PFG.
Screw that. No more Colombia, bro. We're going to have our own
And
thing.
my second
STL,
question,
papi.
My second question is, Tony is a family and a brother to me and a mentor as well. What's it like working with him, brother?
I'll tell you that I don't consider myself a follower per se, but when I met Tony, the man is it's hard not to follow him. There's no. There's no. It's whatever he thinks of or wants to make happen. I have seen the man do it.
You ever seen him like explode and rip into you or something?
He had a reason to. He had a reason to, and he was right. No,
in order to be in that position, you have to do that, and you have to learn how to take it as well.
But
at the same time,
but I will call him out though. You know, Tony, when things are going great, always finds a thing to make wrong, which keeps a little fire under you.
Of course,
the boss has to do it. So I understand.
I do the same thing in the office, brother.
You know, it is what it is, and I get it, and I look at him, and he knows, and I know, and we see eye to eye.
Yeah, but like we were having breakfast with him last week, I would think it was, and he was like, if something's difficult, I'm gonna want to do it even more.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly. The challenge. We love
there,
the challenge.
And this was a challenge for us, you know. Even like setting this up.
Yeah, totally.
Like last minute, you know, getting the team together.
Well, you guys did a great job, man.
Again,
this is
shout
amazing.
out to you, because I know Tony said do it, but you guys have to do it. You know,
Well,
you guys.
The team helped.
The team,
these guys,
right?
all these guys right here.
And I know some of the team. I know some of the team from way back. So at the end of the day, but I'm just telling you that thank you guys to you guys that made this happen.
Yeah,
it's
our pleasure.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Ben, the creator, who's the brain of the operation. I said, brother, you think we can do this? He goes, let me see. I'll get back to you. Next day, I got a Amazon cart full of equipment that we had to purchase.
Yeah.
And then we started going testing. We had some issues.
No,
testing.
but wait. Let me explain how this goes. He got a cart full of stuff. And then and then I got a call and go, is it okay that we go ahead and spend this money?
Is the invoice approved? And he goes, you don't worry, we'll make it up some other way.
We'll figure it out.
We sure will. We'll sell some more mojitos. That's what we'll do.
It came together.
And then we did some testing. There were some issues in testing. We came back, and you know what it is? The first day, or yesterday, was a little like nerve-wracking. But now we're just flowing. We're drinking mojitos at 8 a.m., you know?
But one thing that's special, though, which I have seen, and I'm sure you guys have seen on this stage, is that the people that you meet here, and I don't want to say the power, but the ability that they have, the movers, the shakers.
Oh, we only hang out with big dick swingers. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really milk this opportunity for yourself.
Kiko, has he not seen the chopper?
Yeah. Where's the chopper?
Manny owns a chopper. People think it's a joke. It's true. When we leave here and we go in our cars, they pick them up back there at the park.
Yeah, and he has a lot of nice art gallery style.
Yeah, you ever been invited to his house party?
Oh God, here we go again.
And I was told that Tony has manatees in his house.
Yeah, I heard that.
Not in captivity,
but at the Isla Morada house.
Well,
and his bow gets hit by lightning. Who the fuck? Who's that happen to?
That's another one of his skills. He knows how to one up you.
He spoke to the skies and said exactly where he wanted that hit.
Listen, one of my favorite things here, I'm obviously the food guy, is the food here. I see that the food this year, obviously you have the little food area, but it's more dispersed around.
Yes, yes.
For me, we just had some brick burgers.
No. Oh yeah, that smash burger was sick.
How important is food? Because people really come to eat as well.
I had a sliver.
The food is incredibly important. You know how daunting it is to have all those amazing restaurants right there, and to select these guys here. You know,
and to help them out.
Yeah, and to help them out.
It's a tough situation to go ahead and select the people and know who you want to have here for the love of God.
Yes,
Think about it.
And by the way, I paid for those burgers. I just want to.
Oh God!
I love it.
Did Kiko pay for something?
Yeah.
No
puede
ser.
Jesse, confirm. I normally don't pay,
You
but
paid?
I paid for those burgers.
That is
Hey, guys,
a historic moment.
We have 1 minute. We have
1 minute till Mendez.
To Mendez. Let's go check out Mendez.
Guys, let me thank you so much for being here. And for doing
Johnny,
this.
thank
John,
you,
how
Bobby.
long, tell people till when is it
Don't
open
leave me
today?
hanging, John.
Till when is it open today and tomorrow?
It's open till 6 o'clock today and tomorrow 10 to 5 o'clock.
Come early, come hang out.
Come
Mondays,
early, come
nobody
hang
works
out.
tomorrow.
Yeah, exacto.
Nobody works
Don't,
tomorrow.
Don't be lazy. Get your ass off the couch.
And if you have to
Come
work,
over.
just call in sick.
You will enjoy it. Trust.
Ladies
Good.
and gentlemen, John Ruiz.
Thank you, John, event manager for the Coconut Grove Art
big
Festival.
dog. The big dog. Thank you for being here,
Thank you,
brother.
guys. Thank you,
Don't
guys.
forget my
Pleasure.
shirt, all right?
Dale, you got it.
Dale, guys. Thank you.
Dale,
All right,
Kiko.
all right. Good afternoon now from the Coconut Grove Arts Festival.
We're live.
We're switching gears now. The weather is still beautiful, still windy. We have Andrew Bellinger here.
Hellinger.
Sorry. Andrew Hellinger from the River Landing. Antonia Bello's back in there on his phone as always.
He's working, brother. Tony is putting out fires. I know how this works.
Yeah. How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing well.
I love the River Landing. I love the billboard that you have there of our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I feel blessed
You look good on it.
and honored.
Andy, tell him how many views are we getting from that billboard of ours?
You get 285,000 views a day.
You know, not for anything, but people will call me and they go, bro, I just saw your billboard on fucking Palmetto.
On the Dolphin. Andrew,
sorry.
this is a real question. I gotta ask this.
Oh, here's Tony's
Straight
question.
into-
No, because I'm a Miami guy. I've been here my whole life. I know the area. I know, Spring Garden right around the corner. I know that area. I was looking for houses there when I was younger. What kind of is it balls or vision to really? No, I mean it. I swear to God. I don't know you. The first time I met you, I want to know to go to that part of town which is kind of underrun and really establish this giant
Next to the
beautiful-
jail.
Yeah.
No, but it's this beautiful.
The old Mahi Shrine, brother.
Right, it's this beautiful giant economic engine. Like mega, like honestly, what is it? Because it's got to be one or the other, right? You either got to be or three. You're dumb, you're ballsy, or you're a visionary, right?
Right.
So
I
which
know
is
what
it?
he's gonna
All
say.
right, so today, in hindsight, I'm a friggin' visionary, right? Right. But back in 2012, when I bought the place, the people that lined up and go, "This is the dumbest purchase anyone in development could ever do. No one's going to come here. No one's going to work here. No retailer's going to pay attention. We are the hottest outdoor shopping lifestyle center
All I have to say
right now.
there's a goddamn Chick-fil-A there, okay?
Listen, every time I drive by
You know
there,
you made it when you have a Chick-fil-A.
Okay, you know how many politicians go, we weren't sure you're going to be successful, but I have my chief of staff pull up every day just right in front and go and grab my Chick-fil-A.
That's
Thank
it.
you for doing that.
That's it.
Well,
Chick-fil-A is Chick-fil-A. You know you made it.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I think about those things because sometimes, like, I was early in like the craft beer festival thing, right? I was the first.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, but that's not a big risk, right? But that, like, honestly, man, congratulations. I hope it continues to go great. I have heard amazing things about it. I've actually talked to some people about creating some events around there, and I'll tell you about that later. But
no, I hate to tell you, but you have to talk to me.
Yeah.
but it is
Manny apparently handles all events.
And Mr. Coral Gables.
yeah.
And River Landing.
No. He's Mr. Mid-River.
Mid-River
District.
Mid-River District.
But anything with you, Tony, brother. Anything with you, brother. Anything with you.
So the interesting part about it is that we opened up during COVID, and everyone goes, see, they built a place that's going to stay empty. We are 98% occupied, and we are cranking. And
Why is that? Why do people talk shit, man?
Because we are a town that likes to build you up and then cut your knees out.
But
That's just
it's
the way it
it's
is
only
here.
improving that area.
I like to prove people wrong. Don't bet against.
So does Tony.
Tony.
Yeah,
Right?
That's why you guys are going to get
Tony's
along.
like that. Tony's
You,
like that.
you
He likes
actually,
the impossible.
I actually reached out to some of your folks. So this is
Oh,
karma
wait.
right here.
Yeah.
I reached
Let's
out
call them out.
years ago and said, I'm going to build the green space and I can do events for like 5,000 people. Loud and Live needs to be part of it.
Oh, nobody.
And they go, yeah, you're not ready for prime time.
Oh,
one day.
shit.
That was not. In all defense, that was you did not talk. You did not tell me that we were going to tell Tony.
No, I didn't know Manny.
Yeah, you should have reached out.
Let's get that together because if you had talked to Tony,
We're the buffer.
directly, Tony would have told you, brother, we're making that happen.
Tony answers my phone calls. I'm pretty happy to say that.
Listen, I answered your phone call right here. I thought you were calling for mojitos. I'm like, what, you want more mojitos? You're like, no, come to the come.
All right. Well, now that I have an agent in,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
But tell me, Andrew, what's the future for River Landing? Because it's relatively new. Nobody knows anything.
No, future. It's
Like,
already there.
Everybody
but,
sees it. Everybody sees it.
We get more people that drive by and say, I drive by, the architecture's gorgeous. What is down there? They don't get off the road and drive down and
what
see
are
there.
some of the restaurants that are there?
So we are a little city. We are truly a little city. We have 528 apartments. We have 150,000 square feet of office, 700 employees that work there, 340,000 square feet of retail, and right now we have 2 restaurants that are open, Elia Riverfront and Tanuki.
Which is spectacular.
Really?
On Thursday nights, by the way.
I've been to Tanuki. I haven't been to Elia.
And then we have 2 more under construction. And
a marina coming too, right?
We have a marina. It's 850 feet of riverfront. And then we're building a public open green space that includes an event lawn so that we can do events.
Oh, I
really?
love it. I
like
love
you're
it.
doing over here in Peacock Park.
Yeah.
We have a private green space that we're able to do that in.
Let me ask you something. What about so you build this like big, it's like I think about the malls, right? If you don't have the Sears at the time or the Macy's, the Anchors, the other stuff can't really survive. So you're like the big anchor in that neighborhood. Have other things started to kind of develop around you and like, is that happening?
Yeah, there's a condo that's getting developed just north of us. There's been some land purchases around us. There's some talk of some other developments going up. There's about 8,000 units in the 1 mile radius around us. But we had the neighborhood has a bit of an edge on other neighborhoods.
100%.
We have the health district, we have the courthouse system,
the whole civic center,
and it's open 24/7. And so you got $3 billion in payroll buying power at our front door.
Wow!
And so that enabled us to be successful day one. We are busiest when people get off from work at 4:30 from their medical shifts or the courthouse. We're busy from 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock in retail sales. It's just the way we are.
I mean, remember, what you have there is you have all the people that are either residents or fellows that are studying. And on when was it, Andy? Like last week, we just had a great podcast with Carlos Migoya. And, Carlos has his offices at River Landing. So does Kathy Fernandez-Rondo.
So, Tony, Carlos asked the same question. He goes, when you first started building it, I came to him and I said, Carlos, you need to, as you build the hospital, you need to have your offices at River Landing so you have more beds, because beds are where the business is.
Right.
And he checked around and he said, most people said this wasn't ever going to get built, so I didn't pay attention. He goes, boy, did I make a mistake. I go, yeah, you made me pay a broker.
Yeah.
By the way, Carlos is there now. His offices are there, and so is Kathy Fernandez. But at the end of the day, we were talking about that, and we had just said of how Carlos said, I would never had imagined the vision that Andy had in the fact of buying this place. And now here I am renting space from Andy because the sense is that this is the place to be. So that says a lot for the whole thing, Andy. What else do we have planned in for there?
We're in planning now for another 500 apartment units.
Oh, wow. Right, like just in the same...
Right across.
Right across the street.
Right across.
We have we got rights from the city of Miami. We can build another 1,200 units in the health district. Yeah.
I mean, and people sometimes like, the city, but the truth is that it's in a much bigger way. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. We were talking about the arts festival as an economic engine. You start thinking of the commerce that's happening, the people that are working at the booth making money so that they could go spend, the booth owners themselves making the money, the artists making the money, like that
ripple effect.
That big ripple effect is really incredible. And what you guys do to put that amount of money and forethought into a place that was overlooked.
Not really.
It's really great, man.
Yeah, 100%. And by the way,
and the city should support you.
They do.
They do. The
They
city's
do.
really
They
good.
do.
The tax base up of
They
all
do.
of our the tax base is up, right? So this city and the county are getting more taxes. When we got our permit to build it, we had to do an economic study. How much would our economic impact be? And we had hired some economist, and he said you're going to have 530 jobs. We have 1,200 jobs we created.
I mean,
How off are they on that, huh?
Little off on.
let me tell you something. I think that, and Tony,
better be off in my favor.
No,
than
100%.
off in.
100%.
and I just want to add something. And we're going to make this happen now here in live. I think that Tony has to get together with you in the sense that the availability that you have in River Landing of Riverfront, not only because it's gorgeous, because of the depth. Remember, it's not like other places. The river, they're a little short. This from here to over there. The beautiful thing. Right now, we're having an event that Andy's having.
Are we doing the river art show, riverfront art show?
I don't know. It's up to him.
I'm glad you guys brought
we
that
got
up
that?
because Andrew, Tony does the
If he-
South
if-
Florida boat show, right? And he's only at Marine Stadium, and that could be another location there to kind of spread it out. I'm just saying.
So
How much
with
do
the
we have
marina.
there? How much do we have there, Andy?
I only have
850 feet.
linear. I have linear docks, 850 feet.
So listen, number one, I don't believe in sold out. So as
Well,
deep
I
as
know,
we
I
can,
love that.
as
That's
much
what I love that.
as
No
much-
sold out.
As much as we can raft up boats, that's the space we got. But I have been approached by some people within the city that have a vision for that area to help. They wanted us to help develop something there, and we have some things that we just presented, I mean, like recently, but
to who? Not to Andy.
no,
You know
no.
to who? We had somebody here earlier on that.
But
Andy's the
But I-
Messiah when it comes down to that.
I think
I'm
it's
the only
all.
one with I'm the only one with the land where you
It's
can
all-
do
yeah.
something down.
I think it's gonna all align in a really great way because listen, again, when I did a beer festival here in 2011. So in 2011, remember 2008, 2009, there was the economic downturn.
Yep.
And things here weren't looking great. The big buildings hadn't been built. Like things were a little bit starting, but this was a little bit down. And when I did the first beer festival, they said, "Well, what's the benefit?" I said, "Well, you're gonna have 5,000 people here that may not have come here in a long time. They're gonna see the new parking garage on Oak. They're gonna get reacquainted with it." And I think that's one thing that events can do in an area like River Landing, where people will say, "Hey, man, this is easy to get to. Hey, it looks nice from the highway, but in person, it's even nicer. And look at the selection of shops, and look at this other store. Like those events, a reason to go there." Is what sometimes the only thing a person needs to
100%,
become.
brother.
Yeah.
100%.
We did when we were Shell Space. We did 2 events for the New Times. We did Taco Landia,
remember that.
and it was 1,800 people came to the property.
Awesome.
In
and,
AC,
and we did
correct? Under AC.
Under AC.
Under AC.
Under
Big
AC.
deal.
yeah.
Big
Yeah,
deal.
and we
By the way, we're doing a huge event now for Miami Swim Week. We're
Nice.
doing a huge.
Apparently
event
we
for-
are.
Yes, we are. We're doing a huge event.
Here we are.
Yes, we are. And the fact is that I'm telling you right now, that will look spectacular. I mean, again, what I tell you is what you can get there in front. I mean, Tony is the guy right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm putting him on the spot. Tony is the guy that can make that whole area. Elia, have you been to Elia, Tony?
No, I haven't been, but you told me it's excellent.
When am I going? That's what I want to know.
You
Hey,
need to
Kiko,
go. On, you
hey,
need to go on Thursday
Kiko,
nights, my
hey,
brother.
Kiko,
You need to go on
I
Thursday
think someone
nights.
just invited us.
I'll do it. No,
Manny-
look,
Manny's gonna
Andy
dance
just
on the
in-
tables that night.
Andy just invited us.
All
Yeah,
right.
put it on Andy's
It's
bill.
on me.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. I don't care.
No.
Listen.
You put me on the spot. It's on me.
I'm telling
Yes.
you right now, Elia is spectacular. And let me just say this. Tanuki, we were just with Carlos Migoya the other day, and everybody that knows that Carlos is the administrator, the CEO of Jackson Health South. Carlos, owns half of Nobu
In
in Aspen. And we were talking, and
Administration is a pretty good gig.
well, listen, Carlos was Carlos before even administration. Okay, so at the end of the day, they bring him in. I always call him the fixer. They bring him as the fixer. So he came in and fixed the whole Jackson system. But what I'm trying to get at is that he tells me, listen, you know that I'm an Aspen, and one of my favorite places to eat is at Tanuki. So for somebody that is there at that is half owner of Nobu, in Aspen to tell you that he eats in Tanuki. That is a big goddamn compliment, my brother.
I just like saying Tanuki.
Yeah,
it's just cool to say.
Give me some nookie.
It's a good brand.
It's a fun word.
I've gone to the one in Lincoln Road many times. It's a good brand.
Give me some nookie. Give me
It's
some.
a good brand.
It is a good brand.
Any new spots in there going in there, Andy, that we don't know about? Something that we might a little.
Best French bakery, by the way. Best French bakery.
I can't talk about. We have 2 leases for our remaining restaurant spaces. One that I hope to sign this week. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
And some deals that we did while we're in the podcast. But that's besides the point.
Andy, you know what's funny is that a lot of times I'm working on a project or on a deal, and somebody says, just tell me who it is. And I say, listen, it's not a legal thing. It's a superstition thing.
Yeah.
I just don't want to say it, and then because it hasn't been signed, and I don't want to, like that's it. It's purely
in Spanish, that's called más de ojo.
Más de ojo. My wife would love you. She's like, "Te van a echar más de ojo." Why did you talk about?
You know why your wife would tell you? Oh yeah, the power of the vision is very tough. Look right here. Look. I'm gonna do it right here on camera. Look what I have. Look, I have my eyes, brother. Look.
There you go.
This was given to me by my grandmother when I was 2 years old. I had this chain when I was 2 years old. Right here, los ojitos.
Mira.
Right there. That's it. They tell you, or the Cuban, the Cuban
evil
girls
eye.
have,
I'm gonna take you shopping at Bohemian Bazaar in the capital space. So
in your place.
You can get a few more of those ojos.
I got only one working eye, so you guys talking about eyes give me the creeps.
Hey, Kiko, we
you keep on saying that shit, but you know your eye works, motherfucker.
Hey, Kiko. We're not talking about that eye.
The one-eyed bandit?
One eye works great.
I'm a one-eyed bandit.
The ones up here are a little fucked up.
Andrew, one of the things that worries
that
worries me about that area and the building and stuff like that, how's the parking situation?
Oh, my God, the best.
We have 2,300 car parks.
So there's plenty of parking garage.
Plenty of car parking in
That's
our
number
garage.
one question we always get is the parking.
Hey, but Kiko, I'm going to tell you, look, there's things within culture that take a while to develop, right?
Yeah.
And parking is one of them. Here in Miami, we're used to, like parking in front of the store, but that's changing, and it's going to take a little bit to develop. Like I live close to Dayland, and downtown Dayland has a ton of.
You live close to me.
Yeah, we live in close by. We have the same zip code, so we have there's a ton of underground parking, but Miami people are not used to it. But as that progresses, people are going to be used to. Hey, man. Just park in the parking garage.
That's it,
It's
brother.
the best thing. It's easy. You take an elevator down, and you're right at the doorstep of where you want to go. And I think a place like River Landing with that much parking, I mean, you can't get easier. Like once people really understand how easy it is to park there, it's amazing.
You park. You go.
My
up
kids
to
are
the-
here. Let's say hi to my kids, guys.
Hey, kids.
Well,
But I'll tell you this much. Listen, the beautiful thing about it is, and I really wanted to make this today between Tony and Andrew. I think there's a lot to do.
Manny just
Close
wants
the
to
deal,
take credit.
huh?
He just wants to take credit.
Damn.
No, I don't want to take credit. I don't want to take credit.
I don't know what you're going to call it in Spanish, but in Yiddish, it's a shidak.
It's, well, in my language, it's called deseo. Squeeze the lemon,
Let's
papi.
ask
Squeeze
that.
the lemon.
Let's ask that guy right there.
At the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is that there's great opportunities. Number one, Andy has the most beautiful space, and I know that Tony creates the most beautiful events.
100%.
So then at the end of the day, when you create this with this, it becomes magic, my brother.
Yeah.
And when you know that talent's out there and you have the place for it happen, it's spectacular. And there's something to be done about it.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. Before the next arts festival, there'll be an event that we're producing.
100%.
What?
All right. First,
Can I host it? Can I host it?
First on
No,
day in
you
Miami.
can try the food, Kiko.
No,
you can try
I
the
definitely
food.
want that free dinner from Elliot. That's fine. That one fucking for sure. I'm the food guy. You're treating, Andrew. You're treating.
That is the goddamn food guy. That is the guy for
You guys
food
are
guy.
treating.
Isn't that why they say que rico?
There you go.
Rico. Kiko que rico for 100%.
Brother, to wrap up real quick,
Yes.
hey, what's new for River Landing coming up the next couple months? What do we got? Anything you can say? I know you can't talk about the restaurants, but
I can't talk about the restaurants. We have a new tenant that's going to another retail tenant coming in there.
Yes.
Can't talk about that either yet.
But my sign will stay on there, the billboard.
But yes, that's a done deal.
Manny's in charge of that.
Thank you.
I don't even.
No. If it's
I'm not even in charge of that.
If Manny's in charge of that, then I know I'm good.
Let me tell you something. I just want to put this out there. Andy and Andrew. I mean, I don't know. Andrew's Cuban. I don't know.
Yo soy cubano.
He is. I mean, he has Coralie, right? You know that this is fucking Superman and Wonder Woman in that place. You know, because his sidekick is Coralie, and I love her to death. So both of them, we've done a great mix. They're wonderful people. What they have done in that place is spectacular. and we really have talked about it. And I again, not pushing Tony to go ahead and commit.
No.
Live. Not pushing Tony to commit.
I've counted 15 times Tony's
but
reference
Tony's
his phone. I don't
fucking
think he
committing to
commits anything
something
else.
in that damn boardwalk, which is
He didn't have to-
spectacular.
to
You don't
clone
have
himself.
you don't have that. How big is that boardwalk, Andy?
850 feet. He said
850
by 50 feet wide.
by 50 feet.
Can we
wide.
have a South Florida boat show activation there?
Listen, no,
Please.
we're gonna do something better because
Oh.
listen, man, we're gonna do something that's
I'm
gonna
getting
that's gonna
exciting.
no, because look, it's not just about we have to do something that's gonna accentuate
Yes.
the waterfront nature, the different restaurants and businesses that are there, right? The residential opportunities that are there, and then the growth opportunities. So we're gonna do
100%.
something that is much broad. Listen, I'm a boater, you know. I love
Yeah, no,
you know,
sabbatical. I got
So
you.
But-
he's a boater.
but it is, you know, it's a subsection. If we did something like like the best of the river, right? Something that
like
was
that.
really
The
highlighted.
best of the river.
Take my idea.
You see-
Don't take
you
my
see-
idea.
No, that wasn't your idea.
Eddie,
no,
listen to this guy.
that was not your idea. That's
Eddie.
fucking Tony's idea.
Oh my God.
But really something that highlights the different businesses, the different opportunities, different
Yes.
people, even the small stores, the mom and pops, the big stores, the big places, and people. Man, that is a cultural center.
It's a beautiful property, bro.
Listen, the history of what's Spring Garden,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
neighborhood that's right next, it's amazing. Like it's an amazing little
Even our
neighborhood.
property has history.
It's
When it
unbelievable.
was the Shriners, the auditorium, Frank Sinatra sang there.
Everybody was there, brother. There was Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali boxed there.
Muhammad
Pitbull had a
Ali.
nightclub there called the Temple. No, we're famous.
No, and again,
I don't know
when-
what I did to the place, but it's not a nightclub anymore.
Something that really
You upped
encompassed
it up. You upped it up. You upped it up, Andy.
the entire because it can't be single faceted, right? It can't just be about boats and the river because there's a bunch of places that could be on the river, but the history that the location has, the businesses that have already started there, the ones that could keep up there, and the small ones that could grow into bigger businesses because of the giant anchor that they've landed in there. It's anchor, water,
design,
landed,
the design.
100%,
landed. That's kind of what I think a festival like that. It's almost like a best of the best.
Man, I'm getting turned on.
Andy, I don't know, but this deal just happened.
Can
Yeah.
I move over
This
here now?
deal just happened. This deal just happened. And I'm glad we're live and having this. But listen to me.
Thank
once
you,
again,
And
Andy,
there's a
thank you,
video.
my brother. I appreciate you.
Thanks for
I appreciate
having me
you,
on.
River
And,
Andy.
and let me know when dinner at Elias happens.
No.
I
We
need to know too.
By the way, it'll be scary if you come to that dinner.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
eat a lot.
Manny's gonna book it. I'm gonna pay for it. You're gonna eat it.
Fucking
There
A.
we go.
Can that be any better, my
No, it
brother?
can't be better. Can't be better. Hey,
I plan it. He pays for it.
I got
bro.
another one, and we'll go on my boat.
Oh!
We'll go on my boat, and I'll.
Well, wait. Are we being picked up in the Manatee?
No,
area?
it's called the sabbatical.
Oh, the sabbatical. By where? Right, Coco Plum or
It got hit by lightning. It's in the shop.
Oh.
It's in the shop.
Yeah, don't worry. Listen, I'll take the transportation.
Yes.
We have the bill covered. You guys provide the entertainment.
No. I'm going to your house when we're leaving from there on the boat.
All right.
We'll start the boat party there, and I'll take the bartender. My bartender. Andy, thank you, my brother. We
All
love
right.
you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much.
I doubt that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I think I have a pretty good selection.
I don't know. We can do a competition on that one,
Oh,
Tony.
shit.
We can do a competition. on
Thank
that
you,
one.
Andrew. Thank you so much. River Landing, guys. Go check it out. Tell them Kiko
Thank you,
sent you.
Tony, and thank you. Dale. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Here we
This is
go.
a fucking special one. This is,
We continue.
we did a fucking Catalina wine mixer
We
here right now.
continue with the podcast live. We are live from the Coconut Grove Arts Festival, and we just got our other main man added to the podcast.
Yeah,
El
let's
Caballo.
go.
I'm back. Hey, but listen,
Caballo's back.
We gotta start this one
Talk to me, Caballo.
discussing what fucking TRT plan Vince Log was on. Okay, papa,
Yo, he
porque el
looks
tipo está
jacked up.
demasiado
Ripiao.
vacular. El
You
tipo-
see the veins, bro. You
Look
see
at
the
him.
veins.
Don't tell me that's Arginin, papa. That's not Arginin.
Let's get it.
The
Let's get it
strongest mayor.
started. First off,
The strongest mayor.
first off, I want to say thank you for having me here, gentlemen, and
It's always a
to
pleasure.
spend some time with a caballo. It's a true privilege. I took that off the
list.
list. Off
The
the
bucket
list.
list.
I made it. We
Yeah.
made it, mom.
Listen,
We made it.
Mama, we made it.
Mom, we made it. We're
Tony.
with caballo.
Tony yesterday said the same thing. Tony's like, man, I can't believe I'm
I
a little
feel
nervous.
intimidated.
By the way,
Caballo.
I don't have a bike. I didn't ride a bike here, but I was very nervous, even contemplating potentially riding a bike around this
Come on,
gentleman
you
here.
ain't, you ain't about that life, bro.
You know. So listen about the TRT. It's real simple, real simple. If you want to work out, you want to get shredded, and you want to get right, and you want to feel healthy, I do this not only because I want to look like this, but also because my mental health is critically important to me.
100%.
And it's something that I talk about all the time. I work out 7 days a week, starting at 5 in the morning. Anybody can meet with me.
I can
starting
attest.
at 5 in
I
the
can
morning.
attest.
On Saturdays is at 7, and on Sundays is at 8 o'clock. I worked out today. And after that, I did.
What do you mean anybody can meet with you? Baba, you work out at the Equinox.
No, my brother. I work at a Body and Soul, one of the best gyms in South Florida. Anybody can meet with me there next to Merrick Park. Come on and join me. Join me.
Merrick Park.
I'm familiar with Body and Soul.
But
Body
you know
and
what
Soul
it takes?
gangster.
You know what it takes, my brother? It takes commitment.
Discipline.
And it takes discipline. Which
Absolutely.
everybody wants to hammer and say things, but at the end of the day, no one's got the discipline.
100%, dog.
Well, I think we got the strongest comedian on the face of the earth here with us too, no?
Oh, yeah, Baba. And I agree. It's a good message.
Only squats.
It's a good message.
Only squats.
And it fits so well during the fucking RFK movement.
Ahí
That
está.
motherfuckers here
Ahí está.
promoting physical fitness
100%.
via weightlifting, because that is absolutely crucial. It is how you live longer.
Yes.
It is why I deadlift 550 fucking pounds.
¿Qué?
But I saw some comments on your post that you're kind of like RFK, where you have a brainworm, and people were complaining to you earlier today.
La verdad que la gente habla mierda, bro. That RFK has a brainworm, and that's why we shouldn't.
Anna Navarro.
Oh, God.
Anna Navarro.
Please, let's not mention that name.
Who's
Do
a
not
fan
mention that name.
Who's a fan of the podcast.
Well,
and,
but I'm
and
okay.
She would like to be on, but Manny says no.
Okay, let's talk about that really quick, and if I may, I want to jump off what Caballo was talking about RFK. Listen, if this hasn't worked, I was about to say something else. If this hasn't worked for 50 years, 5 decades, well, we got to try something new, right?
100%, brother.
Let's try a healthier outlook. Let's try to change the game up. If we keep spending the way we're spending, and we're spending ourselves into oblivion, and people are more obese today than ever, we have some of the most obese. We're the most obese country in the world.
100%.
Oh yeah, let's try something different.
Why not
do something
I don't
else?
understand.
Repeating the same thing is what? It is
crazy.
the definition of
Insanity.
insanity. So we've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. This guy has a message. He doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need the brain
But there's no
damage.
cons.
He doesn't need the.
There's no cons.
He doesn't nothing.
Like his movement doesn't come with any downside to it.
Right.
If he can get it done, the only thing that happens
That's the only guy
is
that
that
can
we
get it done.
might get healthier.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Possibly.
Maybe. And by the way,
And the schools
by the way,
can get healthier.
100%.
talk to
bro.
me. Talking about health and working out and dieting. Talk to me about spending time in the gym with other people, having conversations, interacting with friends, working out, feeling good.
It's-
You walk out of there with euphoria. You walk out of
It's
there
a great,
and you're ready to attack the world.
Not only is that a great
Come
point,
on.
but I heard this breakdown the other day, and it's stuck with me ever since. A gym membership is by far the cheapest thing you will ever pay in your life to be surrounded by people from a higher echelon. People that
100%,
you
my
know,
brother.
you can already, 90% of those people, you can put them in a bucket with, they already got this discipline.
High performers.
They're already here at the gym, already
They're
trying to
committed.
better
They're
themselves.
committed. They're committed.
And then from there, it only grows. And it's the cheapest fucking membership. If you break your membership down by day and you're in the gym 5 days a week, I'm telling you, it's by far the best social membership you will ever own in your life.
Well, you know, Manny doesn't have a gym membership, but his house is so big that walking around,
goddamn podcast.
walking around alone gets you tired, dog.
He doesn't have a gym in
Wait.
his house. He has a museum.
And by the way, some of the best business opportunities I've ever gotten was at the gym. With people that see me there at 5 in the morning, we get to know each other, we have a conversation, and we end up doing business together.
But there's something to be
Listen,
said.
and a relationship builds from there.
It does.
There's something to be said about that, by the way.
Dime, Gaby.
You get what you pay for.
Yes.
If you invest in the more expensive gyms that people are like,
Yeah.
you are going to be rubbing elbows with people who are fucking making money. as opposed to
100%.
being in LA Fitness
Yes.
con un balsero que está haciendo fraude.
Es horrible. Medicare,
And
Medicaid.
he's trying to sell you testosterone
Yes.
under the
yes.
fucking...
Yes. Yes.
You know, you invest your fucking money.
Yes.
You surround yourself with better people, and you have no idea how that'll change your life in 1 year. In 1 year, you'll be a different person.
You know, listen, my theory about the gym is I can't go. I have I have a lot. I have a lot. No,
He has a nice wardrobe.
I have a very extensive amount of clothing, and I cannot pump my arms up because
it won't fit anymore.
It won't fit anymore. So I cannot go any bigger.
Por lo menos te
than
raja
this
paja.
fucker. No, para eso tengo a mi mujer.
Okay, coño.
Just so you know,
So at least you're getting cardio.
he's the type of
You're
guy that
getting
has.
cardio
The first guy I know that has a ladder in his closet to get to the second floor to get clothes.
Mentira, brother.
No mentira.
Qué clase, hijo de puta tipo es.
Rich
A ladder.
rich people problem.
The little ladders that
he
move
has,
around like in the bookshelf.
oh, yeah.
He has one of those ladders.
He has a top shelf clothing.
I don't know. I don't understand why this always ends up to my house again. I do never understand. But anyway, I just want to say something. I want to continue the fact of that we have the mayor of Coral Gables on this show. And apart from whatever, we are in Coconut Grove, but people need to understand, everybody that's looking into us live right now, Coconut Grove and Coral Gables do coincide very much. And the fact is, it's very important to you have a good relationship between mayor and mayor. Our mayor, Coral Gables, has a great relationship with our mayor of the city of Miami. And the fact is that when you have that, that gives the importance to all of our homeowners. That gives importance to all of the people that live either in the city of Miami or in the city of Coral Gables. For the years that I've known this gentleman, when he wanted to run for politics, I was the first one to try and discourage him. I told him, why are you going to do that? He goes to me, Manny, let me explain something to you. I love my city. I love Coral Gables. And I tell you from the fact that I say it very loud and proud, I am 56 years old. I started in politics when I was 21 years old. And I tell people, the scrutiny, the backlash,
The skeletons.
the talk of shit that people tell you when you run for politics, you have to have such a thick skin
The
to
digital
do
box trucks that go across your
everything
daughter's
that you-
school
yes.
saying you're corrupt.
Yes, everything that you do. And let me tell you, all those people out there.
Fuck you.
Well, okay, but you
Listen
have...
to me. Listen to me.
Go ahead.
If
Go
I may,
ahead, Caballo. Go,
I think
go,
it comes
Papi,
with
go.
It comes with the territory.
Yes, it does.
You look the same way when I put my comedy out there that I have to be willing to get criticized.
Yes.
A politician is out here representing his constituents.
Yes, sir.
He has to be able to go out there
And he has to take it.
and hear opposing views
100%.
and hear
And you know
exactly
what's the
what the
crazy
people
part
that he
is?
represents think.
Yes,
Yeah, you know what
I
the
agree.
crazy part is? That he's one of the only people I know that has open door Fridays.
Yes, sir.
And he gives people the opportunity to go and call him out in person.
Yes.
And he
You- wait,
takes
hold
it
up,
like
you
a
do that?
fucking man.
Yes.
Where?
Yeah.
Yes. I said, wait, before he talks.
Yeah, he's
talks.
gonna go into
and
it.
he's the only one that will have the balls or the testiculars, so we won't be edited by
Testosterone.
Our testosterone. To go in front of a crowd that knows that already has said, I'm not voting for him.
Yeah.
And he'll say, I'm going. I'll be there at 8 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. I don't give a flying
I didn't know
rat's
that.
ass
That's gangster.
that people will tell me I'm not voting for you. But why? He will go and call him. Why are you not voting for
En
me?
Jaelía eso se
Tell
llama un
me.
pingúo.
Bueno, está bien, but at the end of the day, you go, why are you not voting for me? No, because A, B, C,
Hey, but
D.
that's brilliant, though.
He
That's
will
brilliant,
go.
though.
He will
You
go
turn-
ahead
you
and
turn-
answer.
You turn one of those, and it turns into 10.
Well, listen, it
Well,
happened.
that's what Trump did, brother.
It happened this
100%.
week. It happened this week with some residents that
Yes.
live on the waterway.
Yes,
And we went to a beautiful event at a friend of ours' house.
we know them well.
And they interviewed. They brought me in because they had some residents who had obviously heard some misinformation from my opponent, who happens to be a commissioner also in the city. And we were able to sort things out. But let me get back to what you were saying about Open Door Fridays. So 12 years ago when I ran for commissioner, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. As a private sector guy, I think the biggest problem that we're having now in public office, and Elon Musk is exposing a lot of it right now, is there's absolute corruption.
100%.
And we have a lot of people that live off the system. If you run for office to make a living, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah.
If you run for
Yeah,
office
exact-
to make a living or a career, you're an embarrassment. And you should not be allowed to be in public
I couldn't
office.
agree with
brother.
that. I couldn't agree with that more. I've always said, if a career, you make a career to profit.
Yep.
When you make a career out of politics, by default, you're buying into your own interest via legislature, via all the bullshit decisions you make. So it's it's refreshing to hear that.
So
I'll
what
tell
we
you that.
started. So we started 12 years ago. We started Open Door Fridays, and it's every Friday starting at 2 o'clock. And sometimes it runs at a minimum to 5. If there's nobody there at 5 o'clock, we call it a week, and we go home, or we go to do whatever the heck we're gonna do.
Do people come?
Do
Oh
they
my
come?
God,
Well, until
Bobby,
7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
They come big time.
Brother, come and visit
dog.
me at City Hall. No. And by the
Oh,
way,
I gotta come to one of these,
myself,
Papa.
myself and the
I'm
vice mayor,
down.
myself and the vice mayor are the only ones that do this. I've been doing it for 12 years. Oye,
Rhonda Anderson. Let's
Rhonda
shout out to
Hey,
Rhonda
hey, but
Anderson.
Listen to me. Listen. to
Oye,
me.
smashing my head against
You're
a wall.
absolutely slipping if your entire fucking Instagram isn't these meetings.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, brother.
Okay.
I put it
It
up
is,
there.
but it's not
Oye,
like-
Instagram Mayor Vince
What?
Lago. Mayor Vince Lago. I know I have
Huh?
11,000 followers. A Caballo is crazy how many he has. Hopefully he'll repost me. But that's what we
Hey,
do.
listen. If you're going and inviting your opposers to come and ask you questions, I would more than happily
100%
share that type of
100%.
content. I think that's dope. I think that's what would make me trust a politician.
So let me tell you. So what we have right now in the city is a pretty insane situation going on right now. For 10 years, we had amazing professionals, lawyers, real estate owners, engineers, contractors, a litany of different people who ran for office to serve, not because they needed it. Now, in the last election, due to the lowest voter turnout ever in the city, we had 2 people slip in. One's a blogger. His name is Ariel Fernandez, a blogger.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one is a permit expediter who's writing legislation to basically benefit herself. Her name is Melissa Castro. So Kirk Menendez, who doesn't work, he basically flipped to the other side, and what they did was they raised their salaries.
I heard about this one.
101%. 101%.
I heard about this one.
And then they fired the manager because the manager would not upzone Kirk Menendez's property.
You said that because I thought the salary was 70-something%.
No. It was 101% when you add in the almost $1,000 car allowance and the $1,000 stipend that they get a month.
Bro, but eso es tremendo tough. Like, how can...
No, it's a slap in the face is what it is.
Who the fuck out there, out of anyone looking at this, has gotten even a 50% fucking raise in their lifetime?
No, you know what the worst part is?
You never get a fucking 50%.
No, but I want to give some more context.
No, but I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it's crazy how the commissioners get a 101% increase, but the city employees who've been working and grinding don't get that.
So that's what happened. So they all come to see me. They all come to see me in office hours. They stop me in the hallway. Say, listen, this is embarrassment.
Yeah.
So listen, you want to give yourself a 101% raise? I don't have a problem. That's fine. But what I said was, this is what I offered to show you how fair I am. I said, listen, I don't want the raise. Let's do it this way. Let's do a referendum. Take it to the voters and let the voters decide whether we are correct in asking for a 101% raise.
Right.
No.
Which is the correct way to do it.
We're going to vote on it right now. So the guy, Kirk Menendez, who's running against me, goes out there and lies to people and says that he did it via ordinance. Of course you did it via ordinance. You snuck it in the budget, and it was ratified through the budget. So you forced me to vote against the budget this year and last year because the raise was in there.
Which is called all the sneaky shit that happens in the thing. Because remember, Mayor, not to interrupt you, but what happens with the Senate and the Congress? Remember, when all these people say, oh, these people are not voting for this, because you put 45 things inside the budget.
Claro.
I can't vote for that shit.
And
then all of a sudden people say, but you didn't vote for it because you snuck that thing in there. And this is what these people do. They should be like individualized.
So I asked them, let's do a referendum. Let's take it to the voters, and they'll decide whether we're entitled to that amount of money. They said, no way. No, then I told them even more. I told them, listen, perfect. You want to take the raise? Don't make me take the raise. Let's take the $40,000 that was going to be my money, and Rhonda Anderson's $40,000, and let's divvy it up amongst the 5 commissioners so it's not double taxed, because I'm going to give it away to charity. And Rhonda said the same thing. But let's put it in a pot, the 80 grand, divide it 5 ways, so there's 5 commissioners, and then each one of us can give it to whatever charity we want. I don't want the money. Rhonda said the same thing. You know what they said? We're not doing that either. 3-2, you're forced to take the raise.
Unos
muerto hambre.
They never had anything.
Unos muerto hambre that came to profit a la costilla of the Miami taxpayer.
And I'm going to tell you this much. All I say to the Coral Gables residents.
And by the way, they're all awake. The residents, every time I knock on the door, I was knocking doors today. I was knocking doors.
Yes.
They all know what's going on.
All I'm telling you is Coral Gables residents, please. I'm not telling you for another reason, not because we're saying this or for just go and educate yourself. Educate yourself before you vote.
I don't understand how you can ever hear that a politician got an 108%.
Me neither, brother. Without
pay raise,
Caballo, without the approval of the city,
and not raising red flags.
You know how you can find?
Like, get the fuck out of here.
You can find all this at votevincelago.com.
VoteVinceLago.com.
Look, you know what I did for the last 6 months? I've been working on my website, and it's not a website that says, "Oh, look, here's my beautiful wife and my 2 kids." No. It's a website that encompasses everything I've done for 12 years. It even has the negative things they say about me. It has an answer to it. It shows, for example, the manager that they brought in. I'm going to give you another one, Caballo. We're a $300 million city. We have over 1,000 employees. Listen to this. All of you guys are business owners.
AAA bond rating.
AAA bond rating. We're 1 of 3 in the state. We got that under my tenure.
Yes.
Okay. Listen to this. After Kirk Menendez fired the manager because he wouldn't upzone his property. He was 3-2.
By the way, I feel that's a little fishy.
Yeah. So then at the end of the day the next commission meeting, I, as a responsible person, say, listen, guys, let's do a national search. Let's do a local search for candidates. So maybe some of the employees want to apply. Somebody local wants to apply. Maybe Caballo wants to apply to be the manager
Vote
of
for
the city.
Caballo.
Okay?
You know what? Caballo de manager.
Mama la 2025.
I'm telling you. Gordito gang. So listen.
100%.
So what ends up happening is you're there and you think to yourself, hold on, these people are going to be reasonable for once, right? You know what they do? No, they don't. Through the doors of the chambers comes in a guy, 70-year-old police officer who hasn't worked in 10 years.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked
Amos
up.
Rojas. He introduces himself by saying, hey, you know, yesterday I was sitting on my porch in North Carolina drinking wine, and they told me to be here because this job is mine. And I told him, listen, sir, listen, I don't even have a resume for you. I don't even have a background check for you. Why don't we go through the process, and why don't we make why don't we, let's avoid a mockery. Let's do things right. The city deserves better. No. I'm taking this job no matter what. This is my job. You know what happened? Guess it. 3-2 again. Rhonda Anderson was the only one that voted against. Like, she voted against the salaries. And this guy became the manager without a resume, without any municipal experience, without any finance experience, sustainability, infrastructure, no experience, no education. The guy became the manager for 10 months. The guy basically is pushed out by these people because they don't want to make it. They don't want to make it an election issue. You know what they do? They do the same thing again in the middle of commission. They say, guys, let's go to a national search. Let's do this the right way.
Okay,
let me ask you
3-2,
something.
they bring in another guy.
How is it that Caro is allowed to continue?
I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. That's a great question. You know why it's allowed? Because for 100 years, we're celebrating our centennial this year. We had people, Gables residents, who ran for office that were professionals, that were people who had been established in business, that would never in their lives, like me. My father's a doctor, the premier GI in South Florida. My grandfather was a doctor in Cuba, became a doctor in this country, lived in the Gables. I would never do anything that would destroy the Lago family name. I would never under any circumstances, never. So what these guys, that would never happen. So we never wrote into the charter language that protects the process. These guys are all about themselves. Melissa Castro moved into the city barely a year before she got elected. She had never served on a board. She had never even voted. She had never even voted in her life.
That's crazy.
She had never even voted in her life. Ariel doesn't even have a business, a person who's not prepared to serve. These are people that are not afraid.
Coral Gables, wake up!
They're not afraid to ruin their reputation. So at the end of the day, they do as they please. And you know what? The residents have to come out April 8th and say, we're done with this. We're not going to accept this anymore. And we're going to vote. And we're going to vote. We're going to vote for Vince Lago, Rhonda Anderson, and Richard Lara, who are respected people in this community, who have served, who are educated, who are professionals, and are going to do the right thing and stand by the city.
Bring back the dignity to the city, beautiful of the city of Coral Gables.
Mayor,
because right now the city of Coral Gables looks like the goddamn city of Miami.
Yeah.
And I love the city of Miami, but it looks like a war zone.
Yeah, Mayor,
you can't have that.
I was going to ask you a question.
Yep.
Do you think that the article that came out referencing Coral Gables being the new Beverly Hills hurt us or helped us?
Listen, to be honest with you, I think it helped us out a lot in the sense of they're recognizing the work that we've done over the last 25 years. But just like every business, just like every fruit tree, you have to protect it. You have to water it. You have to fertilize. You got to put new soil. And I use that because my father, besides being a doctor, is a farmer. The guy loves fruit trees. We grew up in that. You have to invest. You have to invest in ensuring that you take care of the brand of the tree. You work on the roots. You make sure that it's in good shape in preparation for the next season when it's going to produce fruit.
Yeah.
So what we've seen now is our city slowly slip on many, many different fronts.
I feel like they've been wanting to turn this to like San Francisco.
They're slipping on many, many different fronts. Everything is about handing out COLAs of $20 million, giving out insane pension agreements to the firefighters, who again didn't endorse me. Of course they wouldn't endorse it. They've never endorsed me in 12 years because I'm going to protect the residents. I'm going to protect the residents before I protect anybody else.
And I honestly, not for nothing, I've never seen any fires in Coral Gables, but
no. But at the end of the day, listen, and that's fine. And it's not the firefighters. By the way, it's not the firefighters.
It's not them.
It's the head of the union.
It's the head of the union.
It's the head of the union. It's David Perez, and it's a guy named Billy McAllister at the county.
It's all the union.
You know, it's a union guys.
Everybody knows it.
Also, I want to ask you a question. You had, before Caballo gets in, you had Billy Corbin,
of course,
slander your name, and try to sue you, no?
Him and everybody else.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
You, and then you countersued him.
No, not him.
No, I'm suing Actualidad Radio for saying that I had interest in Little Gables.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Billy Corbin's a pay-for-play guy. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
He told me, listen, I'll stop talking bad about you if you pay me. Just the same thing like Polito Cortadito. if you have to pay these people to stop talking about you in a negative fashion.
Not here.
I won't do that. I won't do that under any circumstances. And Billy Corbin, again, it's sad to say this, but Billy Corbin is a guy who is not from Miami-Dade County, a guy who has made his money in the backs by making movies about people. And he's never in his life ever cared about anything that he's ever done here. He's all about slander. He's all about salacious details. He's not a person that builds. He's a person that destroys.
And divides.
He grew up on the beach.
Divides,
what do you think about this, Caballo? What do you think about this guy?
Listen, me and Billy.
Está suavecito with that answer.
He's my favorite little lesbian.
There you go.
Okay.
And he would actually like that you said that.
I appreciate.
He probably did.
I appreciate his films. Like Vince said, he's made his money and his name a la cotilla.
Correcto. Controversia,
Everybody here in Miami.
Yes.
And all he could do is shit on Cubans all day long.
Yes.
Fuck
him.
It's a city full of corruption.
Yeah.
Sure. Me and him can agree on a lot of things, but he's a liberal zealot.
Yes.
You'll never, ever find him calling out anybody on the left when they are as or much more corrupted.
Yes.
No, I mean,
Well, he had wanted the governor. Who was the governor that he wanted to put in?
Who?
Gillum.
And this guy gets caught in downtown. That was crazy.
If I was a Democrat.
But I can't Gillum had all the tapes in the world for the love of Jesus.
If I was a Democrat, that guy would be putting me up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Because of my position.
100%.
Because of my position
He's a
in
shill.
regards to the environment, the LGBT community,
right.
and a lot of things.
A lot of people don't know about that about you.
My house runs on solar. I'm very sustainable. I believe in the environment, parks,
Electrical
trees,
cars.
electric cars, whole nine yards. Listen, but this guy, we want to do November elections. Right now, we're one of 6 cities out of 34 that doesn't have an election in November.
That's crazy.
And these guys want to control it.
And that costs how much?
200 grand.
No. It would save the city 200 grand.
Yeah.
And it would get five times, not 5%. So we have 5,000 people that voted. That's why these people get elected. We would have 25,000 people vote if we had a November election. But Billy again, is paid by the fire union to basically attack people, destroy people's reputations. And at the end of the day, you know what he does? When you're in public, like he sees me in public, he won't say a word. But the moment I leave, he'll destroy my name. He'll go out and speak in public.
100%.
Because there's no way that guy will come to me toe-to-toe and
No
stand with me.
Kojo's in front, but Kojo's after.
He's a full-blown bitch, bro. Listen, and he's organized, too. The guy
very organized.
He walks around with his lawyer. Everywhere he goes, he's next to his attorney. Buddy, so what he did to me was he got...
we didn't know this. What did he do to you?
He got some un indio, but like the Middle Eastern ones.
Yeah.
He got one from the Miami Herald Online, based out of Orlando.
Right.
He got him to write an article on me, talking about the PPP loans, because Billy Corbin had this issue with me having received the PPP loans, even though I had a suspended driver's license. Una chiva. He was basically
fucking way, dog.
So listen, he goes
way.
has this Indian fucking write this article on me. Nobody reads it because nobody reads the Miami Herald.
We don't like the Miami Herald.
I literally only heard from 3 people, and they were all lawyers who read it for a living.
Miami Herald's dead.
But let me tell you, hold on. So what he'll do is he'll get the lawyer on you, which is fine. I have my own lawyers, not a problem. And then he'll put out some insane story with the other loca from Polito Cortadito. Like, they're gonna watch this and they're gonna use this. So they'll go because they're weak. Hold on, man. Then they'll hit you on the Polito Cortadito. Then they spread this rumor. They spread this insanity as they always do. The Herald runs with it. Then they never apologize. They never apologize. But hold on. And then when he posts it, you get some guys from Seattle, from New York, super liberal places that write you, listen, Vince, go hang yourself. Vince, go kill yourself. They make some racially charged comments. They call me a spick. They say all kinds of
ways. That's awful, bro. That's awful.
But that is what Billy Corbin is. Billy Corbin is a race baiter. He is a divider. And I'm not afraid to say, look, most elected officials are going to say, hey, let's keep them calm. Let's keep them on our side. I'm not going to pay you. And when this comes to an end, I walk out here with my integrity. I walk out here with respect. At the end of the day, I did things my way, which I thought was in the best interest of the city.
That's it.
He's not going to bully me. Because, by the way, that guy doesn't have, and every elected official says it, that guy doesn't have the guts to walk toe-to-toe against anybody. He does it in the shadows like a bottom feeder. Like a person who slithers on the ground. That's what he is. Just like Polito Cortadito, just like Gable's Insider. Look, bro, Javi Baños, the guy who runs Gable's Insider, who hits me, was the guy who was tied to Joe Carollo last week in the Herald article.
I know you mentioned all these people. I don't know who these people are. Who are these people? Who are these people?
Yo me olvidé para la pinga what I was saying.
Thank you. But like, who are these people, brother? And nobody knows who these people are. Nobody knows who these people are, brother. Nobody knows who you are. To your point about Corbin.
Caballo, do you think can we see like a future run for office from you or what?
Get the fuck out of here.
You should run.
No, we like Caballo to be outside and questioning and calling out the people. That's what
I don't make enough money. I don't make as much money as Vince to run, porque I'm gonna be doing corruption. I'm gonna be part of the corruption there. Dame ahí 200,000 pesos under the table.
At the end of the day, I come from that life, so I come from the.
Hey, listen, I prefer to influence from the outside.
100%, my brother.
That's what Manny says.
And still be able to say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Vince cannot say what I can say.
No, I can say whatever the hell I want.
No, but I'm going to tell you something to your point, Caballo. I always tell people, this one here.
The power behind the power.
This one tells you, I want to run for politics. I go, listen. You want to run for politics, you have to have a thick skin. And I told him, because I've known this guy for 30-some years of my life. When he told me again, when he wanted to run for politics, I want to do it because I believe in it and I want to do it. Then go for it. But I'm going to tell you something. It's hard. It's hard. You got to put your family. You got to put everybody through this whole situation because everybody out there, there are haters.
You have to be on some Marcus Aurelius shit, bro.
Yes, they don't care if you're right. They don't care if you're right. Even though if you're right, they're going to say, I don't care. I don't like the guy. Fuck him.
100%.
I'm going against the guy. That's what you do. Pero that's what makes our leaders, people that continue. Because I really praise people like Vince. I praise people like Francis. I praise people like Kevin and all these other people that have said, screw that shit, and I'm going to run. I'm going to do it for the good of my county and the good of my country.
So let's talk about that. So let's talk about leadership and what comes after. Look at the city of Miami. Look at Mayor Suarez. Tell me that 7 years ago, where was this city at and where's it at today? This city is on the map.
Yes.
On the map. And I travel all over the world for work. You know, I'm in London for a business meeting or I'm in New York for a business meeting. People talk about Miami. They talk about what's happening here in this community. We're not perfect. We never will be perfect. No city's perfect. Okay, at the end of the day. But the way that we've grown in the last 8 years, I mean, we were on the map internationally. We're on the map. And look at the amount of damage, the amount of pounding that instead of building people up, what does social media, what does the Herald, what does Billy Corbin, what do the blogs do? They tear people down. And why I tell you this, you know why I tell you this is because it's important for people to understand, guys, they're making money to tell you this. They're monetizing. They're being paid by people to slander people. So at the end of the day, it's all about the money. Money. And I won't pay them. Neither will the mayor of Miami pay them. So at the end of the day, we walk out with our heads held high. We did the best that we could. And let's see who comes behind us.
100%.
Let's see who can do a better job.
100%. Mayor, when is the elections of Coral Gables?
All right, so the elections of Coral Gables, not because I want it this way, because Ariel Fernandez, Kirk Menendez, and Melissa Castro want it this way. It is April 8th.
Okay.
Which will have a significantly lower voter turnout than we had in November. Rhonda Anderson and myself tried to move it, but that's going to happen after, God willing. We need everybody to come out and vote on April 8th. We're going to have early voting. If you haven't gotten your absentee ballots, remember, you got to apply for your absentee ballots again.
Yes.
Because the system was purged.
Yes.
So understand, come out and vote.
Or request.
If you want to meet with me, you want to talk about the issues, you want to understand the issues and why you should vote, call me at 305-303-0115 or come and visit me at
Friday.
City Hall every Friday starting at 2 o'clock.
Or come debate me. Come and
debate
me.
me. If you want to talk about an issue or something you've heard that Billy Corbin's told you or Polito Cortadito or Javi Baños at Gable's Insider said about me, come and talk to me. I would love to have a full-fledged discussion with you on the issues and not only talk about it, but also give you the facts of why I voted in a certain way, what my positions are, and why I'm doing what I'm doing on behalf of the city. Listen,
How are you?
Hey, listen, that I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta reiterate how important I think it is that you're doing that. I can assure you, there's not one fucking Democrat that's ever gonna open the door and allow you to come and critique their logic.
No, we're seeing it now.
So if you do disagree with them, because I'm telling you, if there was a Democrat, I'd be there every Friday. So if you do disagree with them, like I don't understand how you would get out there.
Can I answer me on that? Because it's just so important that what you just said right now. So I built this safety mechanism. This is a safety mechanism. 12 years ago, I built it. I'm the innovator of it. To say, hold on a minute, you're gonna criticize me? Come at me.
It's a great fucking
Come talk to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to understand what your problems are. Hold on.
It's like Trump.
And listen, no, wait. I'm there.
Let me
I'm
argue.
there.
Let me argue the point.
I'm there. Meet me and tell me, and I'm gonna tell you what the points are, and we're gonna have a conversation. At the end of the day,
That takes so much
at the end of the day, I'm gonna put your picture online, and you're gonna say, "Hey, look, we met with the mayor." Now listen to this. In the last 2 years, property values in the city of Coral Gables have gone up 21%, guys. 21%. Immense amount of property value increases. Okay, and in certain cases, even more. So I tried to lower taxes, not once, but twice in the last 2 years. Rhonda Anderson, who's a Democrat, who we vote 99. It's a funny thing, I'm a Republican, and she's a Democrat, and we vote lockstep because we're voting for the city first. We're not voting about partisan issues.
But Rhonda's an A-class woman too. Like
an amazing
you,
attorney. She's first class.
Amazing lady. Amazing.
And no.
lady.
Now they're slandering her too. They're saying all crazy things about her. So listen to this.
What could you possibly say about Rhonda?
That she's in the pockets of developers, all kinds of crazy things. That's what they always say. But listen to this. So then I tried to lower taxes 2 years ago, and then this year, 2024 and 2023. Melissa Castro, Ariel Fernandez, and Kirk Menendez voted against it. But they raised their salaries 101%, but they wouldn't lower taxes 5% the first year or 3%.
But again, I don't understand why City of Coral Gables residents can take that. Why? How can they not look at that?
Listen, but that's
we're gonna have to wait to see the April elections to see if they think it's enough of a disrespect. Every time I knock on the door, they all tell me the same thing. It's disgusting.
I wanted to touch on that.
Dime.
I think the answer to that, the immediate answer, or the only one available right now, is to do a better job of exposing the shit.
That's
Because
what we're doing,
for
brother.
example, the shit about the salaries.
That's how we need your help.
There's only a few people. There's only a few people. Not, and I'm about the life, but it's a matter of to answer your question.
Yes, sir.
The reason they're allowing it is because they don't fucking know.
Yeah. Right, you're right.
They don't fucking know.
They don't know it.
And it's a matter of getting the word out there.
Because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm voting. Let's get rid of the people who've been there like X amount of years.
I want to talk about.
And let's get rid of. But why? You need to go educate yourself. Are you voting for a person that's been there years, or your person that's coming in and gonna screw up the whole? Factor you're doing.
I'm gonna blow your brain right now. Here you go. Ready? Get ready for this.
Caballo,
make sure it's just my brain,
and not in a good way.
Caballo likes to be blown in his brain.
Prepárate, Capito. Listen to this. Ready? Here we go. So, what they hit me with, and I take it. You're corrupt. You make money. You're corrupt.
They were accusing you at Mika the other day, right in front of me.
Corruption. By the way, Mika is one of the best restaurants in South Florida.
I agree.
So corruption. I said, okay, perfect, corruption. All right. So they bring in this manager, which, by the way, all three of them knew what was happening, so they broke the Sunshine Law. That's corruption. Okay, it was cooked.
That's another question, by the way.
So they bring in this manager, right? This guy was a U.S. Marshal. I say, Kirk Menendez says on the record, there's a cesspool of corruption in the city of Coral Gables, and this is the way to resolve it. I said, okay, perfect. He comes in, I vote against it, obviously. Comes in, he spends 10 months. You know how much corruption he found, Caballo? Yeah. Zero. You're telling me that if I was going after you and I was bringing in my own manager, the U.S. Marshal, and I said there was corruption, my brother, I'd be checking your pillow sheets, your bed sheets. Okay, hold on a minute. Wait, I'm gonna go a step further. Hold on.
For DNA.
I'm gonna go a step further. Here you go. Ready? Here goes another one. So then I said, you know what? There's corruption, right? Perfect. Let's get an inspector general to come in here. Miami Beach put an inspector general.
Independent.
City of Miami put an inspector general. Let's get an independent inspector general to come here, and let's take care of it. I do the presentation with our city attorneys. I do everything. They say 3-2 again.
You asked for the county for help.
No, wait, not yet. 3-2. Voted against an inspector general. I said, guys, but you're saying there's corruption. You're saying that I'm corrupt. So let's do an inspector general. They vote against it. And I said, okay, it's too much money. So you gave yourselves a 101% increase in salary. So you don't want to root out corruption, because it will cost the city $400,000 a year. But you're willing to give yourself a massive increase in salaries. So I said, perfect, let's do this. So I asked my city attorney to go and speak to Miami-Dade County, to their city attorney, to their county attorney, to borrow their inspector general. So when we find corruption, or if one of my colleagues in the commission wants to go and talk to the inspector general from Miami-Dade County, they can go and say, hey, help us out with this and investigate. And I said, listen, I want to start with my office. I want my office investigated from head to toe. I want you to look at anything that my colleagues say that I'm corrupt, I want them to look at it. You know what they did? 3-2 again.
Nibinga.
Against.
Nibinga.
So my brother, look, listen. It's gotten to the point. We have 3 people there who are self-serving, who are only interested in themselves, who haven't written literally one piece of legislation that has any merit or any interest or actually does anything in the last 2 years. Okay? I killed myself in that city to represent that city. I taken away from my family, from my business, and from being with my friends to serve this city because I love this city. Some people need to come to terms with the fact that maybe the corrupt people are the actually 3 elected officials that are constantly voting against Ronda and myself.
Well, you see it right now with the whole Doge situation. You see the people that are saying, "Oh, I'm pissed because they're gonna let go." No,
Hey,
but
listen,
we're
the
wasting.
Democrats are willing to die on that hill against Doge. That's crazy. Mayor, it was a
Well, no,
pleasure to
Mayor,
have
thank you,
here.
my brother. We can be here till tomorrow with all this shit. But anyway, Mayor, thank you for coming out and thank you for supporting the Coral Gables Art
Festival.
Sorry, I keep on saying the
Grove.
Coconut Grove Art Festival.
So I just want to say, A Day in Miami is killing it as
Thank
always,
you.
my brother. You guys are breaking barriers.
you.
Caballo, I don't squat 550 because I don't take TRT.
He looks like he benches 550
because
though.
I don't take TRT,
How about, but
and I also don't
what
run.
the fuck is TRT?
Testosterone.
Oh, I don't know what
I
that
don't take
is.
TRT.
Sir, you look like you could use a little testosterone.
but I would.
I'm sorry, but
I would like to be.
Mayor,
But I would like to be named. As maybe I don't have to pay dues, but like ex officio or something to the Gordito crew.
oh yeah,
You know,
Mayor,
How
can I
about
say-
we'll
Mayor-
make this happen.
We can make this happen.
Initiation.
Initiation. But I want everybody to know, April 8th is the election.
Yes.
It's time to bring civility, sanity, and respect back to the city of Coral Gables. If you have anything you want to talk to me about, come and visit me on Fridays at 2 o'clock at City Hall. City Hall's not falling down. Okay, it's not falling down. City Hall's perfectly fine.
Let's go.
Call me on my cell, 305-303-0115. But I ask you, go to votevincelago.com. Get involved, get engaged. Yesterday we had 30 volunteers walking door to door.
Amazing.
People from the
Who
community.
else does that? Who else
30
does
volunteers.
That? Who else gives their
I can only imagine a caballo walking doors with you, Doc.
No, my brother.
No, but wait, before we go, because I have to defend myself. Everybody with TRT, but I just want to assume something. I just want to say something. You see these things? The thing is that Hermes does not do TRT. Sorry.
They stop at large.
So,
Eso-
Hermes and Gucci.
Esos brazos son para rajar paja.
I'm sorry. Hermes and Hermes and Gucci did not do those things. So this is what it is. It is what it is. I love you all.
Manny's worked hard in his life to say that.
Thank you. So, Mayor, we love you. Go Vince Lago, and we are looking forward to the day of victory and the day in Miami be there with you because it is the right thing to do. Thank you.
God bless. Lo quiero. Thank you.
Okay, we're back,
Yes.
everybody. We're back.
We switched it up. We got Caballo. We got Juan.
And
from the
wait.
Marlins. We got everybody here today.
We are with the one and only Juan Martinez, Director of Events and Promotions of the Florida Marlins. And I'm going to
Miami Marlins.
brother.
No, ese
Don't worry, Baba.
Miami Marlins.
Quítale el
brother.
mojito.
Hey.
Quítale el mojito.
And by
No,
the
a
way,
mí no me quita el mojito. I think quítate el hamburger.
Papa, and just so that you know, we don't play in Joe Robbie anymore.
That's it, brother.
Okay, they're in a whole different part of the city.
¿Cómo se llama eso,
They're
caballo?
actually in Miami now.
How's that called, brother?
Hard Rock.
Is it Little Havana?
Little Havana.
It's considered
Little
Little
Havana.
Havana, right?
Well, yeah, let me tell you something. Juan Martinez, not because he's a friend of mine, but Juano is a pillar in this South Florida community of what the Florida Marlins is all about. And if the Florida Marlins do not know what they have a gem.
Papa,
They
listen.
have a gem in
Si
the
tú,
Hispanic
si
community.
tú dices Florida Marlins one more time, te vamos a quitar la bebida, el micrófono.
Miami Marlins.
He pillared.
Miami Marlins.
Pillared.
Miami
Is that a
Marlins.
bait fish?
It is. It's a parrotfish.
You
It's a
mean
parrotfish.
pilcher?
It's a
pilcher.
parrotfish. It's a parrotfish.
Juan, I'm a big Marlin fan. I've always been
Caballo,
a Marlin fan.
ponte al día con las palabras mías.
Oye,
Okay.
déjame-
Ponte al día con las palabras
no te
mías.
metas. Juan, what's going on with the Miami Marlins, bro?
Getting ready for opening day. Spring training just started.
Yeah.
Our Caballo is back on opening day. Sandy Alcantara after
Oh,
being out all
shit.
year. Right?
Yeah, he's an
out
animal. He's
on
an
March
animal.
27th, and we're cranking it up again.
You guys don't have Gary Sheffield anymore, right?
Coño,
No.
¿Qué año fue? eso,
I'm
caballo?
trying to get Manny back in the
Charles Johnson.
Caballo's trying to help me out with the Florida Marlins.
Charlie Huff is throwing the opening pitch.
Oh, man. Juan, my favorite thing about the Marlins is obviously baseball, but the food is always good out there. Pero man, it seems every time we get hot, something happens, bro. Are we right on that or?
A lot of injuries.
Kiko, why do we
last
get to
year.
the food here, brother? Why
No,
do we get to the
no,
food?
because it's getting people to the park. I love the park.
We created the Cubano Gigante 3-foot Cuban sandwich for him.
I mean,
Last
it's
year.
a great point, Papa.
Kiko.
If the Marlins no están repartiendo
Sí, bro.
A ver, dime.
tiza,
Ajá.
por lo menos tienen que repartir tiza
Sandwich.
in the fucking concessions
Ahí está.
and draw people to the stadium.
No, hey,
Because I think we're not lying. We're not pretending that we have the dynasty here, but there's still a reason to come out
Still
and
there,
fucking support.
100%, brother.
One of
You
the
know what I'm
best
saying?
foods in the whole major leagues, I think.
One of the best what?
One of the best foods that they have, food courts, everything that they have there is.
No, and what I will say also about that stadium is it's next to any other stadium I've been in, the fact that it has fucking AC.
Yes.
And there's a good
Baba,
seat everywhere.
Listen to me. Outside of a hockey game, there's no other
Place.
There's no other sports event that
Yeah.
I go to. Que
Yep.
las tetas me están
Dripping.
empapadas.
Ahí está.
You get what I'm saying? That stadium, bro, is
Y las tuyas están sequitas.
Están
and
ricas,
all
bro.
pointy.
there's
pointy,
space.
pointy. That's it. That's it.
It's pretty close to that social feeling you get at the Heat, because that's the other
Yes,
place where you
I
get
agree, I
because
agree.
you know Heat games are real like socialite.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Who's
I'm with
who.
you.
I feel like that's where
It
the
is.
stadium has become.
And if you're going to the what is it, the Grey Goose Lounge, is that still around or no?
That's at the arena.
That's the
we
arena.
got
That's
the
what I'm
PNC
saying.
Club.
Yeah, the PNC Club.
Yep.
Right. I gotta say that me and Caballo have not been to the PNC Club.
Están invitados. I'm extending the invite right now. Opening day, you guys are going to be there.
I love it.
Live.
I'm gonna
March
take you up on
27.
that one,
I
Papa.
love it. What's
Kiko is going to taste the food.
He can afford
Juani.
that. I can't.
They do. They do. They do. Hey, Juan, what's going
Oye,
on for
todo el mundo le tira piedra al árbol de fruta, coño. Esto es carajo.
Yo quiero una manzanita.
opening day is always a big day for Major League Baseball, especially here. It's
Who's throwing the opening pitch?
Oh, a guy that you like a lot.
Who?
We all love. Dan Marino's doing a
what?
Oh yeah.
Listen to me.
That's applause.
Yeah,
Last year I threw out the opening pitch in one of the games.
Okay,
I'm telling
Papa,
you.
but hold up.
Don't be a hater.
Kiko?
No, Papa. Number one, I'm gonna hate on
What
you. I'm
happened
gonna hate on
there?
your 75 mile per hour fastball.
Kiko?
No, I threw a strike and everything.
I know.
Oh,
Listen to me.
I did.
That's pretty dope.
I did.
But we need to touch on the fact that did you guys know that Dan Marino was a pitcher in college?
Yeah,
I did
For-
not know.
for
I did
Pittsburgh?
not. I did not know.
He
bro.
could have easily gone into the pros. You know, but not,
Well,
I'm
he
not
was
saying
drafted.
he would have been. He was
drafted,
drafted, right?
yes. He
Oh,
was
look at-
drafted
oh,
by the Kansas
Steelers?
City Royals.
Oh, not the Steelers. The Royals.
The Royals
Royals.
drafted him as a shortstop and a pitcher out of high school in Pittsburgh. Yes, Dan Marino.
He's un pinguo with that arm as a
What
rifle. He was my
fucking
childhood
G,
hero,
dog.
man.
No. Listen, he's the
It
only quarterback.
sucks that Marino never won a fucking Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter.
It kills me,
It
bro.
doesn't
I know,
matter.
but it kills me. It kills me.
Hey, it doesn't matter. He's top 5 even though it didn't.
He's still there.
100%. It doesn't matter.
He's still there.
I think
Hey,
best.
my bad. So look, okay, I take that back. You can't say that he's in the top 5 of best quarterbacks. He is without a doubt a top 5 in pocket passers.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I think
Ever,
best passer
without
ever.
a doubt.
Best passer ever.
He is, in my
Quarterback, it's
opinion.
got to be Tom, obviously, but best
Yeah,
passer,
yeah.
quick release, Italian
Pocket
stallion.
passer, Dan Marino. It doesn't get better. And Dan Marino didn't put in a quarter of the time that
That
Brady
these
did
people-
into
right,
video.
I got you.
He was
right,
pure
you're right.
motherfucking talent. I'm gonna put the ball where it needs to be put.
100%.
You're right,
100%.
Caballo. You're right.
And the Marlins, too. I remember going to all the games, 97, all the World Series.
Hey, do we have
went-
any stud pitchers right now?
Well, we got Sandy Alcantara, who's going to lead off and open up for us as El Caballo. And then talking about history, we're launching a Hall of Fame this year to honor our history. First guy going in is Jeff Conine, Mr. Marlin.
Oh, love Jeff Conine.
Another guy going in
Conine,
there,
bro.
Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo, part of that 03 World Series team. And then both of our championship managers, Jack McKeon and Jim Leland, are going to get inducted this year into the Marlins Hall of
That's
Fame.
very dope. Hey, by the way, just to touch another fun fact. Did you guys know that? I'm sure you did. That Jeff Conine was also a championship racquetball player.
No,
I
what's
did not
up with
know that,
Caballo
bro.
and the fun facts all day?
no,
I'm a fuck. I was an ad, bro. Number one, I
No,
played
you were. You
baseball.
did play baseball.
I played baseball, and yo estaba involucrado en eso. Conine was a championship racquetball player. He was a fucking G across the board.
And a clutch hitter, bro.
No,
Bro,
both
that
of his
guy is-
parents
Oye,
were
el
Olympians.
caballo está al día, papá.
Sports
I-
encyclopedia, bro. That's
I
great.
also
No,
remember
Miami, baby. It's Miami,
I
baby.
also remember being in the 2003 World Series and that run with Livang and stuff like that. Man, can we bring that back, Wong? Like how hard is it to build a team like that?
I think Livan is like
Livan was
retired
97.
somewhere, no? Yeah.
No, but was part of
you're right,
97
you're right.
you
Pero,
got to
I mean-
build it the right way, man. You got to build
you
it the
know-
right way from the bottom up, for, and develop it, and that's what we're doing now.
You know
doing
what?
it the right way.
You know what I think stunted? Like it was such a fucking wrench out of nowhere was when Jose died, bro.
Oh yes, it
Like
was.
I feel like we were building on that. He was
Yes.
he was the best pitcher in the league. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. He was the most dominant pitcher. And then we tragically fucking lost him. And I think that was such like a setback for the squad. You get what I'm saying? But what I wanted to ask is, what do you think is the best route to start? What position are they building teams on now? Because before it would be on pitchers and home run hitters, right?
How's our farm system? I think
now the way to do it is really building through the position players at all levels. Baseball's different from when we played. So much more data and analytics. The way that you gauge a baseball player now, it's not your batting average. It's all these other stats, right? Yeah. But starting pitching today is so precious. Because the injuries. Everybody's throwing 100 miles an hour. Back in our day, Nolan Ryan threw 100 and he was the only guy.
It's
now,
like, what the fuck?
if you don't throw 100,
you're out of
you're below average.
Correct, you're below average.
Crazy, bro. So listen, just to give you a little relativity here. When I was in high school, if you're a right-hander, you had to be in the 90s.
There you go, brother.
No, if you're a left-hander, you can get away with 88 to 90 if you were a savage.
Yeah.
Papa, now there's people in high school coming out throwing 98.
Hey, that Dominican kid, 16 or something.
Yeah,
going
sure,
straight to the
16.
majors.
That guy's
Whatever,
25.
but he's thrown 102, primo.
No, 100%. He's the Miguel Cabrera, the modern Miguel Cabrera of pitching.
My son played a little bit with.
Remember Miguel Cabrera was 16 when he came?
Yeah,
100%.
My son played a little bit with Cabrera Jr. and he's a bull as well.
Just like that, big boy.
Yeah,
I've never seen him.
What else is going on? Like building like team. Do we got a good shot this year? Is it another rebuilding?
The team's going to be better than last year. You're going to see a lot of young guys come back. So Xavier Edwards, our shortstop, a Broward kid that last year if he didn't, just because he started late, he had enough at bats to be considered for the batting title. You're going to have Connor Norby that we got from the Orioles coming back as our third baseman. A couple of young guys that we acquired in trades, and then some other young guys are going to get a shot at. Cubano Victor Mesa Jr. in center field. He's going to come to camp with a shot to win a job. Griffin Conine, the son of Jeff Conine, who changed his number.
That's kind of fucked up.
He's going to change his number now, right? He's going to wear his dad's number, so
That's
he changed. He's going to wear 18 like dad. On the field this year, which is a cool story. And then Ryan Weathers, the son of David Weathers.
What a legacy, bro.
The Barbarian. That's what we called him.
Yeah.
Conine the Barbarian.
We used to bark when he came out. He would bark. Woof, woof, woof.
Ripped.
I forgot about that.
Still
Holy
ripped.
shit. That just fucking released a fucking synapse. The Barbarian, bro. That was great, dog. Those were the fucking days, boy. Hey, listen. I wanted to, before I forget it again, a lot of shit is talked about the Marlins.
Yeah,
I'm guilty as well, but
100%.
I will say this. What other organization outside of the Miami Heat has given you 2 championships?
No one,
with it inside of 1 decade.
Yeah. You're right.
You can fault them for everything you want.
Yeah.
But those guys, listen, I rather if the fucking Dolphins had a front office that could give me 2 championships in a fucking
preach,
within a
brother,
decade.
preach.
Compared to the Dolphins front office, the Miami Marlins,
por favor,
are the Celtics. Like,
no, I think that's why people kind of get upset at that because they know they do have that capability. They've done it before.
It's just very easy to get mad at a team that disassembled a championship fucking squad.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's just very easy to do that.
Twice.
But at the end of the day, you brought us a fucking championship.
100%.
I don't give a fuck. As opposed to the Dolphins, que me cago en su madre.
No.
It's
disappointment,
been
but
40 fucking years.
Yes.
You give me, if you give me a fucking championship a decade, I'm cool with that.
Yes.
I'm cool with that, bro.
100%.
Well, even once every 30 years, right? There's 30 teams. If everybody gets one shot, but, we're all trying. I'll tell you that. We're all trying. That's the goal. That's the goal every year.
Oh man! Oh yeah, and
what is the goal? What is the goal, Juanito?
Listen, the goal. Look, I don't make the baseball decisions.
No,
right?
I know
I'm,
you
I'm
don't.
the guy that handles off the field things because it's a combination in sports.
I get it. But your opinion counts in this community.
A winning
Hispanic
team
community,
is not the only thing. It's a part of it.
Yes.
But if you don't have a winning product off the field as well,
yes,
your people aren't going to come. right? So that's our job. Our job is putting on a great event, a great experience, whether it's the food, whether it's the music, whether it's the post-game concerts, the heritage nights. You got to see it when we do these international games. The place gets packed. World Baseball Classic.
Oh my God,
Serie
that I know.
Caribe. That's
Sold
our
out,
jam,
sold
right?
out.
We're the home of baseball, right? Not baseball, baseball, because that's our DNA. We're in Little Havana. We play baseball, la pelota, vitilla, whatever you want to call it in your countries. That's who we are, and that's what we celebrate. And that's why on Dominican night and Puerto Rican night, we're the industry standard in the league. And that's our secret sauce, and that's what we're leaning into.
Yeah.
So opening day, you got Dan Marino doing the first pitch, and then after the game, the halftime style, we're going to roll a stage out on the field, and Luis Fonsi and Flo Rida are going to do a concert.
What?
Eso está fuerte.
Right? So that's the
Hey,
party
we
we're
should
doing
get
opening
we
day.
should get we should get some kind of podcast going.
He said it. He said it.
Kind of live
guys are
shit.
invited.
Ya,
You guys
Juanito
are
me lo
invited.
dijo. Ya
Yeah.
Juanito lo dijo.
Juanito, yeah. Manny,
No,
Manny made it happen.
hold up. Earlier he invited us para relajo. I'm saying let's go. Let's fucking put some eyes on
After
this
the
shit.
relajo, let's put
some
I'm
eyes
with
on this
you.
shit.
I'm with
Do
you,
a
caballo.
podcast up
I'm
there.
I'm with you, brother.
Really?
I'm with
You
I'm
know?
with
Hey,
you.
let me ask you. How's our? When I was growing up, our farm system was top notch. Are we still considered? Because I obviously haven't been as involved with baseball as I used to be.
What happened when you were at baseball? Why'd you stop playing?
Bro, I have. Why'd I stop playing?
Yeah, you were a
Because
pitcher.
I wasn't
Coral
good
Park.
enough, my guy.
Coral Park.
I went to college.
Oh.
I went to college.
No, I thought you had an injury.
Wait,
or
Coral
No,
Park.
I was supposed to get Tommy John and I never got it.
something. Ah, bueno.
And it was like the early days of Tommy John when it wasn't like a normal thing.
right.
But either way, I went to college, and again, you like the majority of athletes, you reach that point where you go, okay, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, Papa, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Right.
And I stopped playing. So I think that my disconnection with baseball was obviously trauma, and it's also a slower game. You get what I'm saying? I actually agree with the recent changes that have been made. A lot of traditional people don't like
The
it.
pitch clock?
Yeah, I like that shit. I
I
like
do
that
too.
shit,
I
and
do
it puts now it brings other factors into the game. Now you can manipulate those
Yes.
rules.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I'm totally
Pour
with
that
it.
into that.
Anything that fucking speeds up the game, I'm with it, bro.
Yeah, we're down to 2.5 hours now, brother. So it's
That's
great.
fuck- hey,
2:35.
what? I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, down from
Yeah,
3
because
hours.
before it was like
amazing.
3 hours. No sé qué cosa.
3 and 15. So
Oh, look who's
it's
there.
shaved half
Look
an
who's
hour
there.
off the
La
games.
risa.
Yes.
You'll be there three
Yeah.
and a half hours. Who the fuck about to
Oh, yeah. Any new features at the stadium? Not just food, but any activities that we should know about?
Yeah,
for
man,
the new
absolutely.
season?
We're doing a lot of cool themes this year, right? Beyond the heritage stuff, we're doing some theme nights. Last year, if you remember, we did a SpongeBob Day,
Yes.
which was a huge viral hit. This year, we're teaming up with Marvel. So we're going to do Spider-Man. We're going
Ah,
to
aquí
do
tienes a Superman. Aquí está
X-Men.
Superman.
Mira aquí, mira aquí, mira
Tócalo,
esto,
tócalo,
mira
Juan.
esto.
Tócalo ahí para que tú veas.
Wolverine.
Este músculo,
Superman.
musculito. Si tocas, compra.
Okay, so a couple things that we learned today. One, podcast for sure.
Opening day, March 27th.
We
gotta work out the technical stuff,
There's
the
nothing
technicals.
better than a fucking podcast,
No,
especially
listen,
a day in
listen.
Miami.
It's a Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We can get you guys out there
We
early.
will be there, brother.
I
This
would-
whole
Spring
crew will
break,
be
kids
there.
are out of school, so
And
opening
maybe,
day.
I would
maybe
love-
not opening day, but I want to throw out on the first pitch.
We'll get you.
I want to.
I would love.
Oh.
Listen to me. I'll go on record saying I would love to put eyes on the Martins just because, we've always been notorious for being bandwagon ass fans.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's important to put eyes on local fucking sports, bro.
100%, brother.
You get what
Bring
I'm
them
saying?
back. Bring them back.
Especially
And
the sports
listen,
in your backyard.
Start making people feel guilty.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I like that. I like that.
Make you feel guilty. I'm one of them.
I like that. I like that.
And we got a lot of baseball culture in this town. A lot of people play it.
Of course.
Our kids play it.
Shit, I wish my
Um,
kid fucking played for the Marlins.
It's incredible how many T-ball teams. I mean, we sponsor over
Brother,
300
please.
T-ball teams. It's been opening day this weekend across a lot of parks. So the sport is played. We know there's a love for the sport.
Brother.
And we love to see everybody at the ballpark.
And just a shout out to Juanito and everybody else, and Alfredito and everybody.
Juanito.
They've always been supporters of so many local nonprofit organizations in this community.
Yes.
And I have to say, me being the executive director for La Liga Contra el Cáncer, I want to thank you, brother. Because what you guys do for La Liga Contra el Cáncer and give money every year and do that thing and save lives, I love you guys for that. And I have to shout that out, brother.
100%.
Because La Liga is
Thank you.
one of the
100%.
best, not if the best nonprofit organization, and Kiko and
Yes.
Caballo have always been to La Liga and they've
Always.
always supported. And I want to, and I love you guys for you and Alfredo for always doing that. And you know you have our support 100%, brother.
Same here. Count on us as always. We've been with you guys for a long time.
You let us know, and we're going to be there. And that day, we were going to be there. And como dice Caballo, let's do it, brother.
And my son plays at Columbus, so we got 3 years. Maybe a contract would be nice as well.
Oh, for the love of Jesus.
You have to establish residency.
Eso
move
se
to a
dice.
Dominican.
Oye, eso se dice. Eso se idioma callejero. Se está cortando el bacalao aquí.
You're going to be his main sponsor.
Kiko, who's going to be his agent?
The podcast got canceled right there.
You're his fucking agent. You're the money. Shit.
The podcast got canceled right there.
Juan, thank you so much.
Juanito, thank you, my brother.
Thank you guys.
For
See
being
you on
here
opening
tonight.
day, March 27th.
And we look forward to another best of luck of the new season. Go Marlins, baby.
Thank you.
Dale.
Bye, Juani.